Moksoon Gaming. Good evening, buddy. Not much, man. Not much. Been with my wife, kid. Had a relaxing Saturday and Sunday, and I've decided to chat to you guys a bit and maybe do some live coding. What about you, man? How is life over there? Let me just sort my stuff out over here. Let me just double check all of the things. Super. Nice, nice. Clip. Cool. What else do I need to do? Kian, which background, man? Which background are you referring to? And good evening, Kian. Which background are you referring to, my friend? All right, let's just slowly get started with the draft art. Let me just close some stuff here. Some stuff that I don't want to show on the stream. All right, that's fine. That's cool. Yeah, but it's not a background. That's just my room. That's a bunch of the guitars. Yeah. But I guess I'm being too literal. I guess. Yeah. It's just yeah. I'm a musician, right? I have a bunch of instruments. Play guitar, saxophone. So yeah. So that's. Mohid, good evening, buddy. I'm not here to play music, my man. I'm here to write some code. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to do some work, man. New icon. Oh yeah, I think you mean on Twitch. Yeah, actually that's a good point. Yeah. I just used my programmer network robot. I generated that with ChatGPT. Sorry, with the Midjourney. All right, fellas. Well, good evening. Let's see. Today we might actually do a little bit of work on programmer network. So I'm not going to be doing infrastructure for startups today. I would like to actually. I mean, Alexa plays some music. I see. Alex, I'm about to meet with a company that works exclusively with startups. My experience is with mature companies. What can I generally expect? I mean, yeah, but you need to define mature companies, right? Startup doesn't mean immature, right? Startups often have some of the best people in the industry, right? So I would not mutually exclude or mutually whatever these things, right? You know, sometimes big corporations have people that suck the most as well, right? So don't worry, don't conflate these things, shoots them, right? Like the startup where I work in is ex-founders are from Trustpilot, from a unicorn company that we created here in Denmark, right? So don't right. You just do your due diligence and see who these people are, right? See what their experience is, and you might be mind blown oftentimes, right? What this is, right? So just give me 1 second. I just need to pin the programmer network website, so hopefully people sign up. Nice. Okay, cool. So tell me what the company is, and I will tell you about their experience. We can research them together. If you, of course, can share that, right? Yeah, but I mean, it's a very vague word, mature, right? I would say it's a little bit vague, right? Because you're making assumptions, right? You think because something is still called a startup that it's immature, right? So that's why I'm saying you can't say that, right? You can't say that. Of course, there's difference between a fresh companies, and you also have to define startup, right? Twitter is still a startup, right? There are many companies that exist for 15, 20 years. They still consider them startups, right? But don't conflate these terms. Startup is still a company, right? So you need to tell a bit more how old is the company, how many people they hire, right? Startup can be me, a solo founder, or startup can have 450 people employed, right? Because the term startup is very undefined in the global economy, right? So again, Twitter is a startup, right? Twitter was when was Twitter founded? Let's see. Yeah, so they're a startup for 20 years, right? So you need to be a little bit more specific, right? Actually, yeah, I'm gonna, the interests, yeah, let's actually fix that right away, because that's really terrible. Okay, we're gonna work a little bit on that today, actually. So we're gonna do a little bit programmer network today. Sure, but that's your definition, keep in mind, right? That is not correct definition. That's what I'm trying to tell you. This definition is the product of your own assumptions, right? That's not what startup is. And I just elaborated why, right? So you think that a startup is somebody that just starts, and that's not true. That's wrong. So that's why I'm telling you. You need to tell me what company you're talking about, right? Because it's hard. My company is 6 years old, and we are still a startup. We employ 100 people, right? So so that's why I'm saying it's so important that we, that we need to be a little bit specific with these terms, right? Okay, let's just fix, because I was doing some. So let's go ahead and let's sign up locally, right? And let's fix that, because we need to sign up locally. So let's say A, B, C, D, BVD, A, B, C, D, password. Nice, man. Cool. Thank you very much. But that's very terrible saying invalid email. Yeah, because BCC, create account. Thank you. Yeah, shit, man. This is also really bad. Wait. So we need to do some work today. So wait, this is a pretty terrible experience. So I haven't done much work on programming network in months, and now I have Cedric also joining the project to help out. Don't drop the database. So it's time that we now fix some of these things, and we're gonna do it this stream today. So no course, Udemy course that I was recording today. Today we're gonna focus on front end and back end, and a little bit less maybe on infrastructure today. So this is the first thing. Okay, let's now get the confirmation URL, and let's see where that takes us. Localhost. Okay, so this is fine, even though we need to improve this view, sure. Okay, this is pretty terrible as well. We need to do better here. We need to convey our idea, so when people sign up, they know why the hell did I even sign up in this network. I mean, I signed up because Alex is streaming, but I need more meaning than that, right? Alright, where do I edit this? Yeah, so let's smack a few of these things as we go, and then we fix that, improve it. So create a profile bag, that's correct. That needs a lot of love. Okay, so let's say here, foobar, select interests. Okay, so yeah, I've seen this. So let's do a screenshot of that. Yeah, okay, we'll fix that right away. So, async select is transparent, so we're gonna fix that as well. And then okay, so that's what you're reporting, and that makes sense. Is it the same here? Yes, Algeria. Complete profile. Okay, good, good, perfect, easy. We're gonna fix that. This is an open source library I wrote, so we're gonna have to fix that. All right, so cool. Let's do that right away. Yeah. So let's open. So we have a workspace here, and what we have to do, we need to link this external library that I wrote, and then we're gonna blah blah blah. Yeah. Actually, let's talk a little bit less and let's do more, because talk is not gonna do much for us. So let's use local YAL here in our, so I can use the local dependency of that. Let's go to programming network frontend. Let's also say cd programming network GUI, which is our open source component library that I built for this project. And let's publish this using yolk, right? Or actually, what was it? I don't remember. There are too many of these libraries that I wrote. I need to read what I wrote. No, that's no. Let's go maybe here. Yeah. So let's say here yalk publish. Oh, cool. So let's say yalk publish. Yes, and then let's say here yalk, I guess, yalk add, right? Okay, cool. So now we're linking our local library, right? So let's run this guy in. Let's run the storybook of this open source library. Then we're gonna fix that, and then we need to deploy to npm, and then we need to install here. But I'm more on that in a moment, right? So let's go over here. Let's go to async select, because that's the one that's broken. And we'll see here, we don't see it now, but if we actually go ahead and go to async select, and then we go to stories, let's do multi-select, for example. Where is it? Multi-select options. Oh, it's this one, right? Yeah. Let's put something below it so we can see the z index, right? Z index as well. So, but I don't think it's that. So let's say here, let's say hello world, and then you can see as I open it, right? Man, I write thousands, probably, I don't know, if not hundreds, thousands of things every year, and this is just a tiny. This is just like a small, this is just my hobby when I'm coding with you guys, and we already have like 15 open source libraries I just wrote for this project, right? So but it's fine. Like you definitely, if you're not memorizing, you're doing things correctly, because that means you're writing readmes and guides and stuff. If you're memorizing things, you're failing, right? Of course, they're not mutually exclusive. I know this project inside out because I built everything, the component library, validation library, all of the stuff, right? Backend, frontend, infrastructure, everything. But of course, that after 3-4 months of not working on it, I'm gonna forget certain details. But as long as you do your duty, which is write documentation, which is the integral part of any real serious project, you don't have to worry, right? So, Okay, so this thing is, this is the only, I think, this is the only component I have in my component library that it's using these style components, which is the worst thing that ever happened to CSS, but that's just how it is. That's just how it is. Okay, and then we need to Moksoon, I'm doing this locally not because of this thing. Of course I know, I built every single piece of this product, right? Alone. I'm doing it because I want to improve other things in a sign-up process, not just this, right? There are other things that I have on my board here that other people have reported, right? So you can see here, just to show you, right? So you can see sign-up for validation. And then we have few things to fix there. No, thank you very much. Don't worry. I'm with you. I just wanted to say, I know, don't worry. I didn't register to see it because you're absolutely right? If we go to the user profile in the dashboard, right, we're gonna see it as that's basically what you're saying, right? So if we go over here, and if we go, for example, to the country here as well, and any other async select, we're gonna craft. Good evening, friend. Thank you for coming. All right, so let's fix this. So basically, we need to. I guess we need some background color or some crap to the menu, I suppose, right? And I think the reason why it doesn't work is because, yeah. I think the problem is, yeah, I think, what if we search for color BG? I mean, no, I actually think this is in fact right. Okay, so it's not here. Which one was it though? Because I did have a background color here, and I believe that yeah, let me just skim through this because I wrote this literally very, very long ago. So I don't remember everything. Color. Aqua, good evening, friend. Thank you for coming. Good to see you. Yeah, okay, so let's just smack it in few places and we can, but I suppose it's menu. It has to be the menu, right? Even though we have this crap here. So let's just say tomato. I don't actually understand. Yeah, it is tomato. Yeah, it is that. So why is this RGB var color BG? Let's go to Tailwind config, I suppose, right? Here we should have color background. I see. That's why. So let's actually do this. And let's say color background, right? So that's why it's broken. Yes, there we go. So that's why, right? It's just I was doing some rehaul recently, actually, to be very frank with you, last night with some of these things. I kind of got back to building this platform and kind of because I have another person who joined the project to help. And okay, well, that's what it is. So this is now good. Okay, so that's fixed, right? And that's awesome. That's great. I don't know if it's still propagated here because we're doing Yelk link. But it takes a while, and I didn't actually do that build process too good. But I think actually here now, if we go to CD Program Network Louis GUI, right? We need to PMP build, and we need to Yalk publish, right? So actually, we need to use the right. Also add min width. Actually, I don't know if it's necessary. That's the thing, right? I don't think it's. I don't do that with my core components, right? Because the width should be contained by the parent, right? If you're adding min width to your components just arbitrarily, right? You're shooting yourself in the knee. Because I want them to span as much as they want unless I explicitly say per instance that I don't want that, right? So you should not be doing that on your inputs, right? Because then you're adding more work for yourself later. So no, they don't need a min width because the width is determined by the parent in which they're in. So here I do want these two things to span, right, to... No worries, no worries. Get Goofer, good evening, buddy. Okay, great, so that's kind of fixed, right? I suppose, yeah, in the storybook it's kind of going... Exactly, you're absolutely right, because we have all the space in the world here, right? So if we keep doing that, it's just gonna occupy the full width, which is okay, right? Because we're not, and I have also zoomed into oblivion, right? Just so let's just, there's only one thing that I dislike, and then there's this separator. While we're here, let's just kind of fix that, because I don't want to do much front end. But yeah, so we have this bad boy here, and this is called indicator separator, right? So if we search here for separator, here it is. And color background is this. It's a color secondary, so we can say actually here color border. So now it's a little bit darker. And this icon is also border. And then there's this kind of little, you can see this little, what is it called? I don't know how would you call this thing. You see this like little, I don't know the name of English in that. Clear indicator. So we have this one. Maybe we can also do the border on it as well. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be so emphasized, right? And then the only thing that's left is this, I don't know how to call it. value container, placeholder, maybe it doesn't actually matter. Let's just run the tests. I don't know if I've written tests for this specific component. pm test, I don't remember. I don't think so because this is actually a third-party library, so there was no point testing this. But let's just see. Okay, yeah, so all tests are passing. Cool. So that one is great, right? That one is great. It's not propagated there still, unfortunately. But then if we go to our storybook, it's a typing cursor, yeah. Are you Danish? Not natively, no. Not natively, but I've been living here with my family for 8 years now in Copenhagen. Yeah, actually, I'm not gonna work on this today because I don't have ideas and I don't feel like streaming that today. But yeah, this needs a lot of love because we need to convey. Let me just write this on my best tool for writing notes, my notebook. Let me just say improve sign up messaging to increase clarity and sign up conversion. Okay, cool. Be my mentor, take me under your wings. I don't have the time for that, my friend. That's the problem. I have very little time for, I mean, that's why I also stream like 3 times a month or something like that. Because it's everything that's fully not beneficial to me, I don't do it. And I have a child and a wife, and soon in a couple of months another child as well. So I'm a person who says no to most things unless they're beneficial to me. So unless you're gonna pay me around let's say $300 for 4 sessions a month, then yes, sure, I'm gonna do it. But otherwise, no, I'm not. Please ask anything. That's why I'm streaming to. I'm streaming basically to create a community, right? So just so you know, I'm streaming so you guys can like me and I can be helpful to you. So you sign up on Programmer Network and maybe one day, maybe a relatively big maybe, we create a community also on this site and we make an awesome social platform because Twitter and all of these other platforms are kind of shitting themselves out, right? So that's why I'm streaming. So of course you can ask absolutely anything. I'm super happy to help with, of course, Is Programming Network open source? No. A lot of libraries that I wrote are open source, but the project itself, no, it's not. Not yet. Maybe one day. I don't know. I've learned in my life to never say never. But of course, there's some repositories that you can. Revaz, my friend. Good evening. Thank you very much for coming, man. Okay, cool. So yeah, so we fixed this one, right? And that's great. Let's deploy this library to npm, right? So let's go ahead and what we have to do. So our tests are passing. Monetization model actually is none. I would. Okay, let me rephrase. Sorry. Monetization model would be very simple. It would be based on community. So say that there's thousands of us, 2,000 of us. That's even sufficient. I'm not talking about millions. That are willing to pay $4 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month for the platform to exist because it's useful to people. It's made for people, no ads, no tracking, no money. So because once you add monetization, you fuck up your user base. So you developers, us developers, we will have to suffer something because there's nothing free. You know when people tell you, oh, Twitter is free, oh, Facebook is free. No, it's not free. You are the user. Your data, your behavior, your engagement with the platform is the price you're paying, right? So monetization model, at least for the start, would be, well, can we find the community that actually cares, right? Can we find, I mean, it's the question, right? The thing is, building social platform is a very difficult task, not from the technical standpoint, that is the easy part almost. It's a chicken and egg problem, like, it's the greatest chicken and egg problem in agile development and startup world that there is with products. Because in order to build a social platform that's successful, you need to have creators and people. But in order to have these people, you have to have other people, right? Because why would I come to a platform that's dead? So you have to have a solid solid early adopter user base that's willing to spend their platform on a platform that's relatively dead until it's no longer dead, right? So how are you gonna stop people posting weird dumb shit like on LinkedIn? Very good question, Big Blaster. Also community driven, right? So it's also a very dangerous one, right? To allow community to do X, Y, Z, but fundamentally it would have to be, everything had to be human based, right? So how can you stop it? Well, hopefully if you build a community of relatively rational individuals, we can either have a reporting system of some sort or whatever, and again, the whole platform to succeed needs a user base that cares about these things. So for example, you, Big Blaster, have to say, I actually want to be part of this platform because it shares my values. I don't want to read ChatGPT generated content. I don't want to read about Trump, about Biden, about Putin, about floods in Asia or whatever shit, or I don't know, a hurricane in America or earthquake in Italy, right? I just want to learn about programming because I have very little time, and I respect and appreciate my personal time, and I want to be part of the platform that respects that. So I have few people there that I can learn something from, I can write something, etc. So that's the idea. And of course, the problem with that idea is exactly what an investor would tell you is, well, I mean, that doesn't seem to be trying to embrace a huge user base, right? Of course not. That's the whole point. I don't want to build another Twitter, because why? What would be the value of that? None, right? Okay, let me just read some questions. I need some life advice. Give me 1 second. Let me just click. Yeah, I need some life advice. I were in for 10 minutes of your last stream where you talked about you have been working with networking for many years in CCNA. I'm 25, soon become a computer technician, like in infrastructure steering consulting, and right now I'm studying for CCNA to become better at networking. But do you have a crispy? Sure, that's great, man. Happy to hear. But do you have a specific question? Because I mean, you just told me your kind of plans, but do you have anything specific to ask? Aqua, the platform is never gonna have modders like that. No, because that's why platforms like Stack Overflow, that's why platforms like Reddit are gonna fail sooner or later, right? Once you feel the absolute ego and low self-esteem of some of these moderators on existing platforms, you realize that nearly never works. So moderation has to be done by community, not by giving. As soon as you give any human almost, more power than others, sooner or later they're gonna lose their selves deeply in their own asshole, right? So you can't allow that. Alex, is it possible to add another HTML file in React and use it alongside it? And if so, you need. But what do you need that, Ravaz? What is the use case? I'm working as a dev since 2007, working in a lot of different companies. Now I'm trying to find a job in Europe who provides visa sponsorship. I sent out more than 300 resumes, but no luck and not even an interview. What's wrong? My link is it. What is yeah, let me just, okay, I'm going to spend 5 more minutes of questions and then I have to code. We need to alternate a bit because I also don't want to end this stream just answering questions and then leaving without doing anything, right? So let me just do technical lead at Heli Technology, streamer, educator, go with the, okay, let me just, guys, let me spend some minutes. Okay, cool. So this is, as I always say, whenever you write these things, of course, on LinkedIn, right? Keep in mind, this is, so I know now that Lucas thinks of himself like this, and that's great. This is very well written, right? But let's see your experience, and then let's compare it relative to this. Okay, so first red flag, right? There's barely a company that you worked for longer than a year, right? If I read this, your CV, that would be a huge red flag. I'm not saying it's negative, and it doesn't have to mean anything. But when I look at your CV, basically starting from the time you're saying 2007, I don't know what you did here, skills HTML5, so this is useless, right? I don't know exactly. I can't see a single outcome of any of these jobs, right? What I know here that you wrote some HTML. Let me actually show you my CV, right? Just so you can kind of compare. I'm not saying mine is great, but let me show it to you. Just so you can understand what I'm talking about. So if I go to my own, how the hell I do? Okay, so if I go to my own, 2009, I worked as a Cisco engineer, right? So I wrote exactly what I did. After a short internship in Belgrade, I was hired as main. With my team, I successfully configured and routed 16 wirelessly connected access point stations in radius of 55 kilometers. Access points, blah, blah, blah. Then some accelerator incubator with my own company, my own startup. And then I exactly claim what I did here. So I say, this is the technology, this is the company, this is the technology, this is what I've done. This is the startup, this technology is what I've done. This is the startup, this is the technologies, this is what I've done. Team lead at Technical University of Denmark, what did I do? This is the technologies, I was mentoring people, I was managing, you know, my department, was developing technical, blah, blah, blah. 5.5 years as a technical expert and mentor, what did I do? I was teaching modern stack, holding one-to-one sessions, blah, blah, blah. So, and now I'm here. And actually, when I'm no longer here, I'm going to update it. In your case, I have no idea what you're doing. I mean, this doesn't tell me much. HTML5. What is HTML? What are you building? HTML templates? Like, how can you... It says that you've been for 7 years building HTML. Here it says for 6 years I've been writing HTML. That's impossible. What do you mean? That makes no sense, right? So I have no idea. Reading your CV, I have absolutely zero idea what you've done. And these companies probably no longer exist either. Let's see. Yeah, a lot of these companies seem fake, honestly. Please take no offense. I'm not saying that they're fake. But a lot of these companies are basically like, okay, consulting, so irrelevant, right? Yeah, I mean, a lot of these companies look almost like you make that. You didn't. But a lot of them are very random, right? Okay, this is fine. This is now okay. But then, like, 10 months, 4 months, 6 months, that's a huge red flag, right? Like, why did you work here for 10 months? Why did you work here for 7 months? Okay, it's a contract. Okay, it's contract based. Okay, I see. Full-time. Okay, this is a full-time one. Why did you... It seems you had a good position, front-end lead, right? So why did you work there for a year? I mean, you were a lead, right? You were leading a team. There has to be some opportunities you had there to grow and stuff. This seems like some actual company that does something. I don't know what it is. Let's see. Post space. Streaming remote video production. Let's just see. Inspire. Where's their team? Like, do they have anything about them, right? I see. Okay, fair enough. That's fair enough. Okay, but why 8 months here? Like, you see what I'm going, right? It's a lot of red flags, right? Like, it seems that you haven't been in a place for longer than a year, right? Okay, shape a universe of possibilities. Like, I don't know what the fuck does these companies do. Like, shape a universe of possibilities. How can this be your company's slogan? What the hell does that mean? Like, can anybody in this galaxy read this and understand what this company does? Shape a universe of possibilities. Oh my fucking god, man. I get so pissed when I read this shit, man. It's like we are transcendent, lucent, abstract, company of greatness, and React is the most popular URL library by far. So why would you ask such a question? What the fuck is this company doing, man? This is their website. I mean, I can make this website now in 7 seconds, right? And buy a domain. We are changing for better. Oh god, there's so much crap in this planet. Okay, let's try with AI. Can AI decipher what this company does, right? Ah, dude. All right, let's. Can you, in the name of Lord, tell me what the fuck does this company does? What the fuck does this company do? I don't know. Let's see. It looks like Heli Technology is a holding company, meaning it owns, manages, supports multiple businesses across different industries. However, their description is full of shit, corporate jargon. Yeah. However, their description is full of shit, like illuminate paths for ideas to flourish. Without even AI is like, what the fuck is this? Like, I'm AI and I'm trained on petabytes of data, and I can't figure out what the hell does this company do. In simple terms, they seem to provide strategic guidance and support to multiple non-existing businesses, but without more specifics. It's unclear what industries they focus on, like, I mean, right? So this is why probably you have applied to 300 positions and you're not getting any responses. And I'm just going to be super honest with you, right? Because you're probably a great programmer. Right? I have no doubts about that, right? The biggest problem, Lucas, with you, right, is that when you say I have 20 years of experience, right? 18 years of experience, which almost even damages your profile. You're saying I have 18 years of experience, and I trust that you do. But then when I look through these companies, half of them no longer exist. Half of them, or actually, yeah, this one is, I don't know, some invented company. I don't know what it is. I don't know what they do. So if anybody really goes through your CV, even clicks around, it's very, it's impossible to, it's like, okay, this guy has worked. And then on top of it, I have no idea what you've done. You haven't updated your CV in a single place, so I actually know what you've done. You're writing like, I mean, if I read this, I also, based on this CV, I also wouldn't hire you. I would just move on. Like 6 years and 7 months, skills HTML5. Come on, right? I mean, you can literally invent HTML6 for 6 years, right? So you need to like, in 6 years, I will write the whole internet. I will invent internet too, right? So, I mean, you need to be more specific, right? You need to put in more effort into saying, it's fine here. You must have been a very junior person here. Like, if this is when you started your career, you have to say, you know, what you've done. Hey, I was learning, I was failing, I was whatever, right? Anyway, just based on this, I also wouldn't hire you. Because I have no idea what you've done. There's no outcomes, there's no... You have just listed shit tons of acronyms and technology and stuff, but it doesn't really meet. Yeah, but you have to write it here. Nobody's gonna open your Google Doc, right? Nobody's gonna open your Google Doc when you're applying. I mean, no sane person would click random links, right? This is your CV, and you have to do better. That's. I have literally no clue from your CV what you're doing. Zero. And then, but when I read your headline, you're like, technical lead, right? Right, technical lead, right? Streamer, educator, Go enthusiast. This sounds super cool. Super cool, right? Like you have this super cool, like, you know, screenshot here. It's like, it's a mini boner. When I look at here, I'm like, man, a mini boner, right? But then I scroll down and I'm like, ugh. You know what? What's up? You know, right? So you get my point. I'm just hyperbolic a little bit because I'm trying to update these things, man. And sometimes removing some of these companies is more beneficial than listing them here because they literally don't exist, right? Some of these companies, this like they don't, and I understand that they were companies at one point and they failed. Then just write that, or I don't know. Okay, cool. Okay, were there any other questions? I'm sorry because I was focusing on this. If there was other questions, please. Okay. So let's just do one or two more questions, and then I need to write some code. I'm sorry. Which direction should I focus on right now? Towards network is still good, or should I look into cloud? I mean, you cannot just be a Cisco engineer anymore, right? I don't think that's sufficient, right? CCNA is not sufficient for you to... no. So you need to do more, right? So you cannot just be if you want to go into networking, right, and have a job, you need to go at least CCNA, then CCNP and CCNE, right? So that's quite a journey. Should I look into the cloud? That's also a little bit vague thing to say. If you want to be a DevOps engineer, you need to understand infrastructure. So you need to learn. That's also what I'm recording this course on Udemy, right? So if you want to be an infrastructure engineer, you need to understand infrastructure, not just the cloud, because that's just the abstraction, right? So you need to learn Docker and Docker Compose and Docker Swarm and Kubernetes and, you know, security. Like, what is a database? How do I secure it? What is HTTP? What is SSL? What is... I actually haven't recorded the course yet. It's in the process, so as soon as I do it, you guys. So if you want to be a DevOps engineer, you need to focus on a lot of these things, right? So it's not just, I know AWS. Who cares, right? That's not enough. So you need to approach it like, what is a server? What is a host machine? How do I do things there? What is port forwarding? What is a firewall? What are IP tables? I mean, look, let's just be real, right? All of you, no matter what you do, programming as a core skill is losing in value. We all know that by now. We know that due to AI, we will need to know more as individuals and be able to do more in order to stay competitive and have a job, right? So this is just fundamental. So let me just phrase the sentence. It's no longer going to be enough that you know React or that you can write an API, right? That's no longer, this is just factual. This is common sense, so let's not deceive ourselves. You will not just be able to write Go and have a job. For some time still now, sure, but very soon in 2-3 years, that's not going to be enough. So for example, just as well, it's not going to be enough that you just know AWS, right? So we're going to become even more general in our knowledge, right? So the specialties are going to kind of disappear even more as they've been for years, right? That's why we have full stack. So you need to broaden your scope in your head, right? So, I know React. Who cares, man? I mean, that has never been almost sufficient, right? So if you're a backend developer, for example, you need to know infrastructure. And if you don't, I suggest you to start yesterday, right? If you're a front-end person, you need to know backend. If you're a backend person, you will need to learn frontend. So these are things that if you're having a hard time conceptualizing, that's fine because you're in denial and you're having a hard time understanding that, how come I've spent so many years learning these things and they're no longer valuable? That's just how it is, right? Is jack of all trades better than specialist? It is, yes. I don't know from whom have you heard that, but no, that has never been true. That has never been true, especially today. Do you need specialists in certain cases? Of course, yes. But you need way more generalists today than you need specialists, right? And this, what I just said, is going to become even more apparent and more true as our coding skills lose in value due to AI. And unless anyone is blind here, we can see that's clearly happening, right? And we are just at the start of that. Imagine in 5 years from today, once these agents are more developed, once they're cheaper, So if you're in denial, it's fine. You will either learn the hard way or you will learn an easy way, and you will adapt. Because you have, from the days of calculators, you had two types of people. You had people who refused the calculator because they thought that they're going to become stupid if they use a machine to calculate numbers. And you had people who went with the flow and learned to use calculator instantly, and they obsoleted these who didn't, right? So it's no going to be different here. No matter, I spent 18 years, 19 years in this industry working for pretty known companies in Europe, I would say, and still I learn every single day because I know if I stop, I'm going to become irrelevant very, very quickly, right? Which fields are good then? DevOps is good, but you need to learn some Go. You need to learn some Golang. You need to learn the infrastructure. So, yes. I think so whenever I hear you're saying except the calculators were accurate, where AI, whereas like I think the fundamental problem, Mr. Elf, with that sentence for me, just hear me out, is your expectation, right? I think that human race is so flawed generally, so ungrateful. I don't think that there's a literal race in the whole galaxy that's ungrateful as much as we are. So you have an AI today, which is a miracle. It's insane. It took us a year to go from wow, this is a miracle, to it cannot just solve all of my problems in 2 seconds. Nobody's saying that AI is perfect. A calculator also is not gonna solve your differential equation. It will calculate certain numbers. You still have to do the work. But argumenting the AI and the quality of it by saying, well, it's not perfect, Alice, is like saying, well, you know, then why do anything? Because there's no resource or a tool that's perfect, right? So the expectation that AI somehow already has to you just tell it something and it do it perfectly, well, you should be happy that it doesn't, because you wouldn't have a job now, and I wouldn't have one, right? But I assume you enjoy stuff you're learning about. I mean, you have to find a balance between things you enjoy and things that can put bread on your table, right? I have a family, kids and wife and stuff, so for me, they're the absolute priority. If I have to clean the streets tomorrow to survive, I would. If I have to write the most shittiest language on the planet, I would. I don't care because I'm pragmatic. I don't, right. So it really depends what your expectations are. People have very twisted expectations, which then create this narrative of like, oh, AI is making mistakes. People are making mistakes. Stack Overflow is full of mistakes. Before we had AI, people were making mistakes. So saying that the system is flawed because it makes mistakes just proves that we are flawed as well. So you know, you cannot expect something to just say fix. I see how people, you know, use AI today. No context. Is like paste code and says fix. I mean, come on, man. Do you know Ligma? I don't know what Ligma is. No, never heard of that. I know what Figma is, but Ligma, no idea. All right, let's go back to this. Okay, so shit, man. So I need to. What is the most shitty language for you? Again, I'm actually I'm recording a video for YouTube now called Oversimplify to Dumbify, Influence to Monetize. So I'm recording this video now. It's going to be up in a couple of days, and I hate. Actually, it's my mistake, Fullbringer. I used the word worst. It's impossible to use these words in programming. Worst, best. It's very immature. That's not how engineers should talk, so I apologize also for using it. There's no such thing as worst and best language, right? Because we as engineers, we need to be very careful. We need to agree on the definition of these words in a certain context, right? So what can be best and worst and good and bad depends on the context and many other variables. So you need to create let's just do it very quickly, right? Let me put it this way, right? So whenever you discuss anything in life, that's why I'm recording this video called oversimplify to dumbify. Oversimplify to stupefy. That's how I call it. I invented stupefy word, even though Disturbed has a song called Stupefy. Influence to monetize. So this is the new video I'm recording, and if we focus on the first point here, bear with me. This is going to be interesting. Bear with me here. I think it's going to be interesting for you to hear this, at least, right? So today, past probably 3 or 4 decades, humanity has been fed a lot of Hollywood, fed a lot of ideologies, and humanity is today stupid like fuck, right? Let's just face it, people today are dumb as fuck, right? That's, in my opinion, a fact. So what am I talking about? So think about it this way. When you talk to an average person today, and I'm gonna get to my point in a minute. When you talk to an average person today, a typical person is either left or right. It can be politically whatever. It's either following this ideology or that ideology. If a person is a professional of some kind, they have their own influencers that they follow blindly, and the narratives that they surround themselves with are always supporting their own biases. So in simple words, majority of people today, because it's easier, they don't want to expose themselves to different ideas. They're only seeking for the ideas that support their own ideas. And such person, in my opinion, is an idiot, because you should always, as an intellectual, crave to learn more, right? And why am I talking about this? I'm talking about this because the programmers today became that same part of the herd, right? So programmers are no different today. You have programmers who are using these words such as best, worst, or blindly following their followers, split keyboard warriors, green terminals and shit, right? And now you have the generation of engineers who are also as stupid as possible, right? This is, I think, never happened in the industry before, where you have literally just a group of morons who are very little knowledgeable about any of the subject they speak about, but they have very hard opinions about every single one of them, right? So you're gonna have people bashing language X, Y, database X, Y. They actually never built anything in it. They never did any meaningful work. They never used it in production. But they will follow their heroes, their YouTubers, their Twitch heroes very blindly, right? So in simple words, an average human today has no critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and it's simply soaked into these in their own bubble, right? And when you have engineers like that, it's no strange that you have subjects and question formulations such as, what is the best language? This language sucks. This is like this. It's because you have people who are so limited in their thinking that they can't move past the influence that they've been, people that they were influencing them, they're just feeding them this crap every single day. So this guy is watching this streamer, and this streamers, and that's why the second part of this video I'm recording is called Influence to Monetize. Such person is so inflicted by this propaganda that they just believe it blindly, right? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I would be fine if an average person is behaving and thinking like that. But once the whole engineering community becomes just another herd of idiots who just blindly repeat things because somebody else said it, then these are no longer engineers. They're just idiots as well, right? So this is the problem, right? So engineering has to go back many steps and have people who reasonably discuss things. Like, okay, we are discussing technology X. Well, okay, but in which context? What are the variables? What are the circumstances? What does the business require? How much money do you have? What are you building? Etc., etc., etc. Right? Instead of being a 11 years old idiot saying PHP sucks, JavaScript sucks, like that, right? It's just tragic, right? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Sorry for the yeah. That's just that's what I'm gonna talk about in the video. Okay. Anyway, let's deploy this library. Cedric, my friend, are you there? Good evening. I'm sorry I missed your message. What the never mind. I love you, man. Good evening. What is this? This is the front end. Okay. Okay, so we have this crap. We have this, right? Yep. We have bumped the version. Yes. Absolutely, absolutely, Fullbringer. I think a developer only matures once one understands that the business dictates the circumstances, the real life, not a sweaty basement dweller who thinks that having a 400 euro split keyboard is cool, right? Or that spending 7 years on Vim is somewhat interesting, or somebody cares about that, right? So it's about maturing and understanding that we have jobs because there are actual people out there living their everyday jobs. They need us to build things, right? And then when you understand that, then you start thinking a little bit more reasonably about technology as well, right? So that is my point, right? All right, so that should be pushed. No, it's not a joke. I'm that serious. I mean, I'm not bashing anybody. I'm just trying to provide some context for people to understand what they should focus on, right? Nobody cares about your terminal. Nobody gives a shit about your split keyboard, your mouse, your laptop, your operating system, your ARC, your bash profile, right? Like I'm a realist, right? I'm not some sort of like an influencer that wants to sell you a fucking brand new 700 euros keyboard, right? If you want to succeed in any industry, you need to focus on the outcomes. These details, nobody gives a crap. Like, oh, I can type on 2 keyboards at the same time. Cool, man, but who cares, right? Nobody. And this is just factual. Once you understand that and focus on the skills that you can actually sell yourself with, then you will see some progress in your life. Once you focus on the value, the outcome, not like, oh, I have 2 keyboards at once. Very cool, man. That's mind-blowing. Wow. That changes everything. Let me just give you a job immediately, right now, because you have 2 keyboards. That's just fantastic, man. I mean, that's like, let's just buy double keyboards to all employees, because that's going to increase productivity instantly. Because everybody knows that the programmer sits 8 hours constantly, just writes code. Like, we all know that when we go to work, we're just constantly writing 8 hours a day of code non-stop. We don't have meetings. We don't solve problems by researching. We're just like, for 8 hours. Shortcut. Like, shut the fuck up, man. Come on, bro. Like, grow up. Jesus Christ. By no means you can buy 4 keyboards and code on them. That's not my point. Please do not misunderstand this. I'm not pointing out that you shouldn't buy something you want. Buy whatever you want. It's absolutely. And I'm super happy that you're happy. I'm just saying that adds no value to anyone except your own personal feeling. If having a split keyboard, 17 keyboards, 3 mices at once, whatever it is, fulfills you, makes you feel better, makes you more productive even. Fuck yeah. Just know that nobody else cares. That's my point. So no employer is gonna see your split keyboard and say, wow, I'm gonna give you 3 grand more just because, right? That's my point, right? So do code on code on a sand, right? Code on a piece of paper. However you get the job done, do it if it fulfills you. My only point is nobody cares except you. That's my only point, right? So nobody cares. And there are many people who came to the stream many times and asked me, should I learn Vim? And I'm like, I cannot say no, because you should learn everything you can, of course. But are there any skills right now that you're lacking that you can learn first in order to be more competitive on the market, get better jobs, get better opportunities, etc., etc. So that's my point, right? So, and for many people, there's probably way more important things to spend a year on learning and configuring than learning a text editor, because text editor, no matter which one you use, adds no value to you in the context of the world and business and how employers are going to look towards you. It just, you can say to your two friends in life, one of them is probably your cousin, that you have a shortcut-based terminal. Great. But besides these two people who will not understand what that means anyway, nobody is going to care. Hey, cousin, I have a split keyboard. Huh. All right. The best IT people I worked with are those who loved what they did. Yeah, I mean, I love what I do every single day. I've been doing it for almost 20 years. Of course, I don't disagree. I mean, but I don't actually understand what that has to do with any of this. I agree that, I mean, in order to fully, to get the best out of yourself, right, you need to, of course, love what you do if you're lucky. I agree with that. I don't think that anybody disagrees. Pigeon, good evening, buddy. Bought this book, really useful. How to exit Vim. No, they don't have it for purchase. Who is Pigeon? Did you miss me? Well, who are you? Who is Pigeon? Okay, this is a nice one. Your first time here. Fair enough, man. Okay. All right, did we deploy this to npm? I think we did. Give me a second. But even if it wasn't your first time, man, I didn't miss you. Sorry. I don't miss anybody. Only my wife and kids. The rest of you guys, I don't care, honestly. I must, you know, I mean, I care about you as much as you care about me, right? Let's face that. So I don't care. But it's good to have you here, man. It's good to have you here, but yeah. Yeah. Okay. Did the music stop? Oh, I think the music... Yeah, it did. Sure. There we go. Nice. Cool. All right. I'm the guy who just shows in streams and asks people to rank my NeoVim setup. I mean, you don't want me to rank that. Trust me. You don't want me to rank that. But it's I'm sure it's great. Okay, let me just deploy this. So let me discard this crap. Let me bump this version, right? Yes. Ah, man. Let's PMI and then let's... Ooh, is it? Nah. No, it's wrong project. It's here. PMI. NVM. Shit. NVM use. PNPMI. Okay, interesting. All right, cool. What else is this? Wait. What is program? Okay, sure. And then cool. All right, there's something with peer dependencies. Cool. Nah. This is fine, right? Rest we don't want to do. just deploy this to production because it's broken there, and then we do something else. Upgrade programmer network heal to version. Yeah, actually, let me just, because this is an open source library that let me just make sure that before I actually do that, let's go and say, what is it called? Async select. Yeah. Zerio, good evening, buddy. How you doing? Thank you for coming, man. All right, cool. Let's push that to Cloudflare pages. Let's push that to Cloudflare pages. Let's go to Cloudflare pages. Is there any free Cisco certificate? No, I don't think so. No. But you should focus on the knowledge, not the paper, right? Because when you have the knowledge, certificate is something you can always get, right? Alex, you have the key to repress Swift remapped, so you don't have to be like... to be very honest, I don't know what you mean. I mean, I don't have many. I mean, most of my shortcuts in VS Code or whatever. I mean, I'm also a Vim user, right? But I mostly do this just for server. For most work, I prefer like some VS Code runtime. But I don't have too many things, right? I mean, I'm a minimalist, so I believe in So there's two productivity hacks I have for okay. So hear me out. Let me just go here. So there's two productivity hacks I have for all of you. Just two. These are the two things I do in my life, and I've been doing them for many years. A notebook, bunch of colorful pens, and voice recorder. Let me show you one thing. Let me show you what I typically do, right? This is, just bear with me, it's gonna be worth it. You install Google Docs on your phone, or you go to your browser, okay? And then what you do, so what I'm talking about right now is a productivity hack where you can create your tasks, your thoughts, your ideas, whenever you possibly can talk. So if you're not in a meeting, if you can't talk to a phone, what you do, you install Google Docs, you create a new Google Doc document, new document, you give it some name, I'm gonna just give it untitled document, okay? And then what do? You press this microphone icon, and now, as I'm talking, right? Now I'm actually recording everything that I'm talking about. So what I typically do when I either wake up or throughout the day or after the meetings, what I do exactly this, and I just offload everything from my mind. I don't have the time to do grammar, to perfectly write sentences, to rephrase things, blah, 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 because that takes time. And because it takes time, you just don't do it for the most part, right? So you just do this crap, you just talk, and you just talk. You just say, hey, today I want to do this, I need to buy potatoes, I need to tell my wife to do this, I want to, on my side project, I want to finish this and that, blah, blah, blah. You just say it freestyle. And then when you're done, you obviously say, I'm done. Beautiful, right? Next thing you do, you go to your Google Docs. So you say docs.google, you go to the right account, and boom, now you have that thing right in here. Great. Now you take this crap that you just recorded, right? So it's always saved into your docs, and then you give it to the AI. Like, for example, I will typically do this for programming network or whatever. I'm gonna say, oh, I just have this idea, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm gonna say, turn this into a markdown to-do list. Bam, right? Boom, you're done, right? So you really, when it comes to tasks and this sort of stuff, memorizing, creating stuff, you need pen and paper, meaning a notebook on your desk always, sticky notes in your pocket always. So no matter where you are, carry a pen and sticky notes. It's free, it's so cheap, and you're a smart individual, right? And then use voice recorder. Back in the days, we used to call it dictaphone, if you remember. Now it's a modern word, it's called voice recorder. And it's just free, right? None of this, it's 100% free. So There's nothing. You don't need any. You don't need to pay it for a tool. And trust me when I tell you that this is literally what most successful people do. I like, you can cut my hand off if that's not true. Most successful people, they write things down. They're not overloading themselves with, oh, I need to write this in Figma, and then because, oh no, in FigJam, and because that's low fidelity, and then I'm gonna move it. And on top of that, let me show you another thing, right? Another thing you can do, let's imagine that I draw some crap here, right? So I say, you know, this and this and this and this. You draw your diagram by hand, you take a picture with your phone, you upload it to this guy here, and you would say, turn my image into a mermaid diagram. Boom, right? You don't have to scan it, whatever. You just go to the AI, paste in the picture from your notebook, and now you have a digital diagram as well. So, so that's really all of the stuff that you need for tools-wise is stay simple. So don't introduce... I've seen countless people turn their productivity optimization into so much procrastination. Oh, after I get a new screen, I just need to get one more screen and then I'm gonna be productive. Okay. Oh, I just need a new split keyboard, then I'm gonna be productive. Oh, after I just install this new Vim plugin, I'm gonna be productive. But these people are the most unproductive people on earth because they're just trying to be productive their whole life. I just need this extra one tiny thing of productivity. It's like most people who are productive, man, they focus on getting things done. They're not wasting endless time on a new Kanban board, on a new Vim or NeoVim or Emacs plugin or new VS Code plugin, right? So try to keep your process as simple as you possibly can, because only then you will feel free. It's like, yeah, man, this is my tool. A pen, a paper, always works. Never disappoints. You already know it. You learned it when you were 6 years old in elementary school. And then you're like, what if I get a bunch more colors of these? Wow, look at this tool. So great. Wow, green and pink and orange, right? And then when you're ready to, if you need to store these things digitally, then you, of course, go ahead and do that, right? Okay, good. Great. Cool. Whew. Alrighty. A lot of talk, man. Jesus Christ. Okay, great. Hopefully that advice finds you well. Okay, let's see. Let's go now to production. Let's go to programmer network. And let's go and see, is this fixed? Okay, it is fixed. Cool. So that's good. Thank you very much, whoever has... and yeah, if you guys have a second, please, of course, go and sign up. It takes 2 minutes. Okay, so that's awesome. I'm just saying, I'm just a regular guy, man. I'm not an influencer. That's why I can afford to say that. I'm not here to sell you engagement, right? If you like the channel, watch it. If you don't, I don't care. I mean, I'm here to have a... I want to build a community of normal people, regular people. Not like some sort of a majestic cult that needs to follow what I'm saying or doing, or like, if you're not using a green terminal and Arial font in you're not cool. You cannot join this herd of mine, right? These are just common things, man. Common sense. It's just a common sense. I'm just fixing some bugs now, and I actually haven't done this. And I mean, I mostly just talk to you guys, try to help you out, but for the most part, yeah, we haven't done much. And how can I, right? I try to obviously buy you guys to sign up on the platform by helping you out, right? So that's my strategy. It's no secret, right? I have no secrets here. I'm helping you by hoping that you will give something back, right? Subs, I don't care much. These subs are so low in value that, but yeah. So thank you for registering. Thank you for... Yeah, it is. It is. Thank you for registering. Oh, wow. Thank you for registrating. Registrating. What a shitty word, man. Thank you for registrating. Wow. Okay. Sign up stories. Do I have... Okay. So yeah, so let's do some stuff. I mean, Cedric Don't Drop the Database has joined the team, and I owe him also to focus and build the platform, and I really want to build it. I love this project, and I have hope that one day in the I mean, we already have, I believe, 1,300 people who are signed up, but yeah, I really want to do this. Okay, let me kill that for a second. Let's do this storybook, I think. Yeah, we're doing a little bit of front end today. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Sign up. Success. Let's see what the hell is happening. Is it like, oh, what? Failed to build a preview. Okay, let's try something very strange. We shouldn't need this ever. Don't do this at your home. Don't do this at your home. Yeah, okay. Shit. Let's see, why is it failing to broken build, fix the errors above. Error permission denied, node models, fuck you. Alright, give me 1 second, I know. So what we're gonna do, let's kill the Docker container here. Let's pm dev pn, what is it? Yeah, let's do this, remove it. Then because maybe it's locking the file system. Really weird. Okay. All right, cool. Let's try that again. Yeah, I mean, should technically work now, right? Proud coder. What? I don't know if you're being sarcastic, 10x or thank you for answering. Yeah, yeah, that's we need to fix that. That's absolutely terrible. Okay, which other states do we have? Because also Cedric will fix some of these. Then we have this crap over here, right? Yes. Yeah, but that's quite actually terrible, right? Actually, you know, let me just where is our local host? Are we still running the container? No. Okay, let's go to our orchestrator. Let's run our shell script here, right? Yeah, cool. Let's try that now again. Where is it? It's over here, right? And instead of actually registering here, let's go ahead to join, I suppose, right? So if we just hardcode true over here, right, we should see this crap over here. Yeah, exactly, right? Sign up stories. And that's actually absolutely awful there, but okay. What did I do? H3, okay. So I think 10x programmer. This is how I think about it. Let me tell you one thing. When I was working at Airtame, right? When I was working for this company a couple of years ago, maybe 7 years ago, right? We used, and they still use, electron.js. Let me just give you a little bit of context, so you can derive what I think about things like that, right? At that point in time, we were 3 developers who've built a desktop app and an app running on an embedded device in Electron with 3 people. Actually, 4 platforms, sorry. Linux, Windows, Mac OS, and Chrome OS. this thing that you download here is written in electron.js. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this is because if we didn't have a technology like that back then, Airtame as a company today wouldn't exist, because there's no chance that the founders back then had the money to pay 3 or 4 different teams for different runtimes, right? So for sure, when you say React Native, any of these JavaScript kind of Chromium-based, no dynamic libraries types of frameworks, that they're not perfect, of course they're not. They never will be, they never were. But the amount of companies that exist today, because these technologies exist, is probably millions of them. Can you imagine to have a technology like JavaScript where you can build almost for every single runtime with only one code base? So if you're building just a simple React app, like a Vita React, you can push that to Android Store, to iOS Store as a progressive web app using Bubble Wrap. So you can cover 3 platforms already with a single responsive design code base, right? So the value isn't, oh, JavaScript is beautiful or not beautiful. The fact that you can start a company and with 2 or 3 people distribute your app to major iOS stores, for example, is fascinating. So of course, in a perfect world, we would have different teams for every runtime, and the code bases would be perfect and experience would be great. But as a tech lead and somebody who works in management for past at least 5-6 years, I can tell you that even if you did have the money, now you have 3 or 4 different teams building the same app for 4 different platforms. You have 4 product managers who have to now fully align that this same app has to look the same on all of these 4 platforms. So from management perspective, it becomes super painful. So React Native, all of these abstractions, electron.js, are they perfect code-wise? Are they like super performant? Are we happy to put everything into a 60-70 megabyte runtime that doesn't support dynamic libraries? It's all statically just bundled up? Of course not. But on the other hand, the amount of people that have jobs today because these technologies exist is staggering, right? So this is what we have to understand. Of course that in some perfect world, you and I, 10x programmer, we start a company and we just like, you know what? Fuck it, let's just build 4 apps in parallel at once. What can go wrong, right? So that's why. It's not that any developer is like, oh, I'm so happy to be writing electron.js. It's the most. No, man. Literally, I gave you an example. When I worked at Airtame, if electron.js didn't exist, this company probably wouldn't exist today. Because no chance that we would be able to build what we've built if we didn't have JavaScript, right? And I'm sure that there's probably millions of other developers having the same or similar story because, well, now we can, right? And good evening, everybody. Sorry for ignoring your follows and stuff. Okay, and somebody said it sounds, thank you for registering. Somebody actually gave, thank you for the registration. I agree. Let me copy this. Fox, thank you very much. I agree with you. This is a terrible wording, but keep in mind this whole platform is almost built on the stream. So, yeah. Thank you for the registration. Yeah, that's it's just terrible to show it here. I need to show it somewhere else. This is really shitty. Like what? Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's probably redirect or whatever, right? Yeah, that's pretty shitty experience, isn't it? I mean, does it matter? I don't know. But is it crappy? I think it very much is, right? To proceed further, please verify your email. I mean, yeah, that's fine, I suppose, right? What if we do this? And how does this, what if somebody does this via mobile? How does that look there? Yeah, that's, I don't know, man. I don't think that makes the, yeah, it's not great. But on the other hand, I mean, does it really matter? Does it matter now? Does it matter? Yes. Does it matter now? That is the hardest question in product management, right? Does it matter now? We know what we have to do, but the hardest thing is, should we do it now? That is always the hardest thing when you build products. There's so many things you want to do. It's just, is it the right time? Okay, let's leave this. Thank you for the registry. That's so unoriginal. So, but yeah, let's leave it like that. Screw it. Okay, what else did we what else did we do here? Yeah, this is also really. I mean, I think, well, I mean, we need to give people some confirmation that they have actually just signed up, registered, like, successfully, right? So it can be a toaster or something, but I hate toasters, right? So I think, but yeah, I mean, should it be here, or maybe if it's successful, maybe we show it below the form, right? Yeah, modal literally came to my mind several times, but I hate modals. I think modals are yeah, I don't know. I hate modals. I think user experience wise, people get very irritated getting shit thrown into their face all the time, right? Is there any specific to start an AI automation agency startup? I'm just trying to understand the question. Is there any specific way, I guess, did you, Rita, did you want to say, is there any specific way to start an AI automation agency startup? Oh, is there any specific advice to start an no, man, no. I'm not. I have no knowledge in that much. I mean, not in, like, as I always say, if my ideation worked better than yours. A couple of days ago, somebody asked a question on Programmer Network. Hi, here in production. Hi everyone, I need a project idea to build as a side project to earn some money. It's like, if I had money making ideas, I would probably do them myself, right? So it's very tough. I mean, the market is absolutely overflooded with all of these AI products, and probably 98% of these AI products will fail in the next year, right? Because all of them are just wrappers around ChatGPT, and they're very quick side income kind of hacks now. So of course, I definitely urge you to attempt something, right? But you're like, AI is fascinating. For me, it's a miracle. But finding a way to make the AI useful in a product is so hard, right? So you know, today you have these mini apps, oh, transcribe my email, whatever, right? But taking the AI and putting it in a complex system, like an app that's just not like text-based, that is the challenge, right? So so of course, I mean, if I was smarter than you guys in that sense, I probably wouldn't be here, right? I would be making money, right? What is your advice on remembering a CCNA information? There's so many things you need to know. Not really, Crispy. I don't think you need to know many things. You need to know some basics, right? And then you need practical knowledge, right? So when it comes to Cisco or MikroTik or networking in general, you need to first start from a very high level, like what is a switch, what is a router. Then you need to learn about some basic networking protocols like OSPF and etc. But you will learn Cisco and computer networks, and anything really computer related is really a matter of doing rather than reading and stuff. So for example, what I suggest you to do, install, you know, Packet Tracer. I don't know if it still exists. I think it should. So yeah, actually it does. So literally, if you haven't already, install Packet Tracer, Of course, if you don't know what it is, you're gonna know when you start your Cisco Academy. Packet Tracer is a visualization software where you can visualize all of the Cisco switches, routers, even things such as WebEx servers, IPTV, etc., right? And then focus on doing things. So, for example, like computer networks are really fun because they are very much based on very logical set of circumstances, as you already know. You know, this is my, I don't know, router, and I don't know, this is my switch, and they're somehow connected, and blah blah blah, right? Man, shut the fuck up, here. Good evening, buddy. I had a conversation there with a friend about AI bots that do day trading, and just told him that in order to make a certain bot possible, we have to know how successful day trading is in the first place. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Look, I would say that I just have to say one thing, and this is psychological. So please let me tell you, in case you didn't know this. In psychology, there's one fascinating phenomenon when it comes to let's say influencers in this context. I'm not an influencer, thanks God. I stream now and maybe in 2 months again, or maybe next 3 days, doesn't matter. But there's one very fascinating phenomenon in human brain, which is once people see that the person is good at one thing, let's say maybe I'm good at programming, people then often think that you're also good in all the other things. This is literally fascinating. Like that's why, you know, I don't know, like these singers and rappers and stuff are asked about social world issues because people like their music, right? So it's the same in this stream, right? I am good at two things: programming and music. And I'm trying to be good at business as well, but business is hard because it's the perceived wizard complex, exactly. So I always have to emphasize, because that's what I want my community here to be, and people who decide to stay in this stream and come back to this stream, I want to say, I will not give ever advice ever on anything that I'm not sure about, right? Because opinions are like assholes. Everybody has one, as always. I try to sustain myself. It's the same with technology. If I haven't used the technology in production, I'm not going to talk about it because I have no experience in reality with it. Why are you not writing Rust? Did you ever build anything in Rust? No. Did you ever use it in... So it's the same with all of these things. So I'm trying to be as real as possible because it benefits me and the product that I'm trying to make, you know, in these off hours. I want to build a community of reasonable people, not sheeps or so I don't want you to right. So in simple words, some of these questions I will answer or not answer at all, because I don't know shit. I mean, most things I know as good as you do, or maybe worse, right? So I think it's important to really forcing myself to not be an asshole in that sense. I'm an asshole in many other ways. Oof, okay, cool, man. 10x developer, thank you, buddy. Thank you for that, and thank you everybody else for the follows. That's it's just it's important that we build ourselves in a way so we don't glorify anybody, especially not the influencers, especially not those who are living off of this crap, right? And man, shut the fuck up was here for a long time. Okay, and okay, crap. So let's actually try to do one thing together. I think there's sufficient amount of you people here now. Let's try to do one thing. Does anybody have an idea? Does anybody have an idea for a prompt for a logo? Because I want to generate a new logo for Programmer Network. Do you know politics? Yeah, I do follow geopolitics, yes. Okay, so let's say here, generate a simple, how would you say? Generate a simple vector-based single color logo of a programming terminal for a Programmer Network platform. Let's see that. Let's just test this together. Oh shit, you're not even seeing my screen. What an idiot I am. Jesus Christ. Okay. Give me 1 second. That's so bad. Okay. Seriously, I have so many of you now. Jesus. Last one. Last one. Which one? This one. This one. I think this is super high fidelity. I don't think so. I think something like this, right? I would ask a short description of what. I think let's try this one. Let's try upscale, very subtle. Hey Alex, how are you doing? I just registered into Programmet when I have an issue in the profile completing page. Could you? Shit, man. Thank you very much. That's very good, dude. I need that because I don't know why it happens. Thank you. Let's fix that immediately. That's super awesome feedback. Thank you, man. Let's see. Could BUX be better if the field errors will be shown with the red color around? I mean, they're supposed to do that, right? What is the error that you got? I have an issue in profile completion page. Could you? And what field failed? What was the field that failed exactly when you tried? Profile completion page. Oh, sorry, Basement Dweller. We failed. Reach out or try again. Okay, shit, man. Thank you so much for saying that. Give me 2 seconds. And amazing. Thank you for the front. Give me 1 second. Let me just fix this very quickly, guys. It's so important because Cedric and I discussed this. We can't have these errors in a sign-up process. That's really depressing almost. So let's say AB, CDE, com, password, and password. I just want to do it end-to-end manually, right? Because I can do that locally like this. Because I don't send an email. Yeah, I know exactly where you're getting the issue. You're getting it when it comes to tags, right? So you didn't select any interests. Okay. I'm fully with you. Thank you so much. Give me 1 second. Albania. And let's do this. So now if I complete this, please select. Yeah, but you should be getting the... Fuck. How is that? Like, how did you... Is like... But how did you get to that point? Did you do something like this, maybe? Because I am getting an error properly. So what the hell? And I'm not... You completed all the fields. Yeah, I mean, it's okay, but like, how do I reproduce the error? Let me try. The instance path is... Skip personal data. Ah. No, but I think interests are still needed here, right? Yeah, like, that's why some of these things are so hard to test, right? Because I have no idea how to even... Yeah, I mean, the error is there, right? For sure. So let me try. The instance path is, I mean, in the response. Yeah, but how did you get the error? Because did you choose the tags? Did you choose your interests? Because I'm not getting that. And if I choose the right thing, right, it works. So let me try to reproduce that. That's why I haven't seen it. No, I think he's getting it. I think he's getting it for the interest, right? I think he's getting it for the interest, most likely. I have 13 tags, okay? Jesus Christ, man. Wait, let me check my Grafana. Give me 1 second. Let's check the wait. Let me go to my Cloudflare and let me whitelist my IP address here. Give me 2 seconds. Let me just maybe I will find your error in Grafana. Give me 2 seconds. VAF, I believe, right? No. Give me 2 seconds. Maybe I will find exactly your error. Maybe something meaningful there. Where's my security? VAF. Custom roles, block IP addresses. Let's edit that. Let's go to... let's edit the expression here. No, that's not what I want, actually. Right, no, sorry. Where is it? Allow SSL, allow access to Grafana. Yeah, exactly. So there's this role here. I just need to allow my, whitelist my IP. Give me 1 second. Yes, edit. Add items. Home office. Copenhagen. Add to list. I don't care. I don't care. All right. Let's see here. Oh shit, we can't. Fuck yeah, never mind. Oof. Yeah, never mind. It's something that I forgot. Shit. So he has 13 tags, but how do you which tags maybe can you send the tags that you have? Wait, let's take a look at the tag. Is there some tag that's requiring that's missing an ID? But I don't think that's possible. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah. Man, I'm so fascinated and annoyed that he got that thing. I don't know how. I genuinely don't know how. Yeah, man, I would appreciate that because I really need to fix it because God knows how many other people have gotten the same, right? And that sucks ass. Because no matter what I do, it just seems to work, right? It works on my computer. So what if I send you my computer to your place, you sign up, and then you send it back? Works on my computer. All right, I'll just... okay, and somebody else gave me Superius. Thank you very much, man. Let me see. Example prompt. Generate a simple minimalist vector-based logo in a single color representing a programming terminal. Design should be... Actually, yeah, wow. That's a well-formulated thing. Yeah, wow, thank you. Let's try that. That's awesome. Thank you very much, man. We're gonna try that. So when you select, so I know this code base inside out because I built everything, right? So I already know why he's getting it. He's getting it because each of these, whenever you select a tag, my API gets the ID of that tag, right? So for example, if we go to if we search for like register or whatever, or actually user update. Right, let me show you. You can see here in my Fastify API that... Let me find it. Yeah, over here, right? So the tags that his browser sends end up in the request body tags, and each tag is an ID, and then for that user we create a... Right? Yeah, let's try to recreate exactly what he has. So I'm gonna say what else? What is he saying? UI, UX, okay. HTML, cool. CSS, SCSS, frontend, JavaScript, mobile development, sure. Programming, React. System design, and TypeScript and Vue.js. Okay, and Vue. Okay, cool. Let's see. I don't know, but web development. Okay, web development. Okay, so I have all of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 tags. Okay, and you said you did enter the other fields, right? First name and stuff. Foobar, Barfoo. And you selected a country, right? Okay. Jesus Christ, man. the error that you got, if I scroll back in the chat, right? You gave me the instance path, right? You gave me the instance path, which is the tags. And basically what it said, hey, actually, man, you failed with your tags. Your tags are not correct. But you can see here that actually mine are. Which browser are you using, Morris? Yeah, let's, oh, wow. Wow. This is very good, man. Jesus Christ, thank you very much. Where is Superius? What was it? Let's shout out to, I don't know if he's still here. Man, fuck, dude, this is so cool, dude. Dude, I like these actually a lot. I mean, I don't know what the hell this is. It's trying to look like a terminal, right? But this one is cool, man. This is kind of very playful. Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's say subtle here. You get what I mean? It kind of gives a little character, right? I mean, it's almost like retro in a way, right? But it's a little bit more high fidelity. I agree, right? So we need to... Okay, let's attempt one thing. Fuck. Give me 1 second. A couple of months ago, I recorded a video for my YouTube channel. Give me one moment. I recorded a video for my YouTube channel called... I don't know what was it called, man. Wait. How do I see my videos in YouTube? Manage videos, maybe. Cool. Great, super. Okay. What was it? SVG something. I don't remember. Yes, here it is. Yeah, this is it. Let me just see. How to convert Midjourney age-generated images a year ago. Okay, what did I say here? Midjourney clipping, image clipping, raster to SVG, SVG optimization, image editing. Okay, so can we still do this? Magically remove image backgrounds. Okay, let's attempt this together. Bear with me. Okay. So, shit. Which one is that? Wait. Yeah, exactly. That's what I already have there. Yeah, absolutely, yes. But that's not what we... Okay, so if we say upscale, I guess creative. Okay, let's see. Yeah, you need to choose interests. Yes, that's mainly Yuka because I need to be able to know what content is that you like, right? And I don't think that invades your PII data, right? Yeah, but I don't think you can skip interests. No, I don't think there is such a feature, right? Is this finished? No, it's still upscale. Why is it upscaling such a simple vector image for so long? What? I mean, I would expect it to generate this. Okay, so let's try this. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna download this, okay? Sure, I'm gonna go to this thing. I don't know if this is still free. It would be cool, because I literally recorded the video on this, because I figured it out myself, like, very long ago. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks. Download. Download small preview, okay? So, okay, I mean, that's not too bad, right? But let's now try to... yeah, I don't know if this is gonna be free. So this is supposed to turn my PNG to SVG, right? Yeah, but I don't know. I don't think this is free anymore. SVG, download. Fuck you guys. It's no longer free. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, that was out of my heart reaction. Fuck you. Yeah. I mean, I meant it when I said it. Yeah. Oh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Did I download? Okay. Okay, and then we go to this guy, right? And let's try that. Let's smack it there. What? What? Where's the image, man? What? Jesus. Where's the SVG viewer? Okay. What is this, man? Where's... Nah. Okay. Leo, man, thank you very much for coming, dude. I love you. Sleep well, dude. No, I mean, yeah, the transformation failed. It didn't actually transform it. It didn't transform it at all. So this thing sucked ass, actually. So let's try something else. SVG to PNG, right? I don't know. I don't know what. There's so many of these sketchy websites that it's crazy, right? I mean, I would honestly expect it to do an awesome conversion here, mainly because it is a vector, right? So it should be able to do that fairly easily, right? So let's try this now again. Yeah, no. You know what? Screw it. Let's... no, I can't screw it, man. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to be building images, right? That works. That is just that is a lot of work. Let's just put it that way, right? PNG. Okay, so let's try this thing. Somebody suggested. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't yield anything, man. Remove background. What? Nah, it doesn't work. Yeah. All right. I mean, you know, I just wanted to try it. Let's. I mean, you know what? Let's just try one thing. Screw it. Let's just try one thing. It's not great, but we can try. Okay, so let's grab this thing. Let's open our VS Code, right? Whatever this crap is. What is it called? Cursor, right? And yeah. So let's go to some place somewhere. I don't know where until I see it. Which repository is it? Which is it? Yeah. So let's go here. Let's go here. Images, I suppose. Yeah, right. And then let's go here. Illustrations, nah. And then let's just say here, yeah. Let's call it logo or whatever. And actually we can do one thing, maybe. Oh yeah. So what if we go to Photopea thing, right? This thing here. And then we smack it over there, right? And then what we can actually do, right here, we can click on a crop tool. We can click on these three dots. We can say trim. We need to select the layer, right? I've learned this hard way. Trim, and then boom, right? And then what we can do, another thing, is smack it back here. Just so we can actually see. And if I recall, what's the problem with your current logo? I don't know. Good question. I don't like it. Maybe I should. I just maybe want something a little bit more creative. I don't know. Vectorize. Yeah, so I do want to vectorize it, right? I don't want to rasterize it. Do I want to minify it? Yeah. Do I want to add hidden layers? No, not really. It's cool. Okay, well, maybe then I'm just wasting time here. Is this web-based during development? I'm not actually sure what do you mean by web-based. If you can elaborate a bit more. Okay, well, the logo is now here, right? But it sucks ass. So, no, not really. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna save this as a PSD, and I'm gonna play with this maybe after the stream. Well, not today, certainly. But I'm just gonna save this, say, attempt logo, attempt 1, and then we're gonna say that. We're gonna move on. Alright, I mean, why do you have to be rational, man? Shut the fuck up, right? Why are you bringing ration into my workflow here, dude? Why? Using a lot of online tools. Well, because they're free and it's very quickly, they're very accessible. Using a lot, but why? Yeah, I'm having a hard time understanding what is wrong with using online tools. Can you elaborate a little bit? And like, are you suggesting that installing tools on your computer is like better for some reason? Can you? Okay, but then let's do another thing then. Screw it. So let's do another thing. Not very fun though. Not super fun, I must admit, but that's what it is. I mean, honestly, like the tool that I just showed you. I'm a developer, right? I'm not a designer, but this is probably one of the most valuable tools on the internet. This is literally the perfect copy of Photoshop, and if you ever want to build your own product, you must know this. I'm not like a designer, but I'm also not an ignorant guy thinking, oh, I always need a specialized person to make a logo for me. Like, if you can learn 10 different programming languages, you can learn to click on 4 buttons, right? So this is a super great tool. I've been using this for so many years because it's literally replication of Photoshop. You have everything here bundled in this tool, right? So absolutely use it. It's fantastic. What did I want to do? I lost it. Ah, okay, sure. That's weird. Okay, give me 1 second. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. But finding a co-founder for a side project, it's almost impossible, right? It's very hard because, yeah. Okay, give me a second. I need to... Wait. Just give me 1 second, please. I can't seem to figure out over here. Oh. Is it? Yes, okay, Jesus Christ, man. But why doesn't it work? Fill primary, text primary. Yeah, so that's correct. 76. Yeah, I don't care, man. I don't care. It's random. Like, it doesn't matter. I mean, that's great. If people can find something useful, super. But these numbers mean nothing, man. I don't know why people give them much importance. They don't mean much to me, at least, because there's no difference for me if there's 70 people, 3,000 or 15. I gain nothing from Twitch, right? I do this for fun. Of course, more people, absolutely great. That means maybe people like what I'm doing, and I'm very happy to provide value to some people. But these numbers to me as a streamer mean very little, right? I make no money off of this. I have no gain other than fun, right? So as long as there are people, like few of you who are fun, who want to communicate and build things together, I say fuck yeah. I would always say quality over quantity, right? Because, you know, if you have 80% of total viewers saying nothing, then you know, what is like. Okay, but anyway, give me 1 second. Why is this? So why is my logo in production? Why is it not styled properly? Do we have Discord? Yeah, I think I do have a link here. Hey Alexander, is there a way to watch your streams again later? Yes, absolutely. There is. You can go to my YouTube channel and you can find them for sure. I don't stream much, honestly. Just so you know, I'm not a typical streamer. I stream sometimes and then I don't stream. But yeah, you can actually watch them. You can watch them here. That's the live stream. So yeah. Okay, but let's see, why is this? Yeah, this guy, right? Why is it? Yeah, I think there's something wrong. What is this transparent? Why is it saying that? That makes absolutely no sense. Where were we? Where were we? Yeah, actually. My pleasure, man. Thank you very much for asking. I'm very happy that I hear that you're asking, because values, what? Can we also say fill current color? Ah, oh, okay. Okay, actually, I haven't used the AI a single time today. Let's just use AI just now. Can we ensure that both vectors are always the same color? The animated one, and I'm actually not an expert at SVGs. I was better when a couple of years ago when I was working more with the front end. But I don't understand and remember nearly anything anymore. So it's actually very happy to have somebody that's better than me, in this case AI. Hopefully will understand what the hell did I mean. No, you see, gonna take our jobs. Look at that. I'm like, can you make it the same color? And it's like, yeah, I can make it the same color. Let me fully animate it. Beautiful. Also, to its defense, let me not be a complete asshole. This is a perfect example of me being an idiot, not the AI, right? Because you cannot say fix, right? I mean, come on, man, don't be lazy. What I meant is not to animate the entire SVG, but to ensure that all elements of it have the same fill color. Exactly. Let's just animate every element on the network, like every letter. And when you're reading it, it's like, phew. I understand now. You want to ensure consistent coloring across all elements. Let me modify the SVG to use the same. You see, it failed because it removed the transparent. If you remove the transparent from the values, my logo will no longer animate. Actually, interesting fact, this logo was animated with one of my viewers. Her name is Nora, and she used to watch this stream before. So, to my defense, I sucked at this then, and I still suck at this now, so nothing has changed. I equally suck as I did before. What? Mr. Alex, your content creators such as the Prime Machine and other influencers and devs, I do feel like has my passion for programming and stuff. No, I don't. Honestly, I don't watch influencers, right? And I think a lot of these influencers are mostly watched by junior developers and wannabe hackers. I don't typically like to talk about others. I just focus on myself and what I do. I mean, that guy is obviously doing something right because he has, I mean, this is a very, very poor content. Programming is not the most popular, clearly, thing that people want to watch, especially live streaming. I mean, whenever I stream, I'm probably in top 10 on that list, and I stream 3 times a month, right? So it's not really a high competition there, to be honest, right? What's my thoughts on the... I call him a Vim guy. I can never pronounce that name that you wrote. Look, I mean, if never forget that Twitch is a entertainment platform. Many people want to come here to get entertained, and I respect that. You know, I think that he's a great programmer, most likely. I have no doubts in that. And I don't think that should matter much to you or any individual. You should be asking questions like when I consume any content, Netflix, YouTube, my own content, when I write my own content, I always raise a question, does this have any value to me, right? So because it doesn't really matter, we cannot evaluate other people's skills based on some arbitrary thing. Like if there's obviously 2,000-3,000 people watching that guy whenever he streams, because I can also see it Twitch suggesting that channel, so he's probably doing something right. So that's really the only thing I can say. I think everybody should decide for themselves. He for sure is the guy who entertains. And you have to ask yourself, when I go to that stream, am I learning anything? Am I learning anything tangible that whenever I watch Alex or that guy or anyone else, what it is that I learn? Is there anything that after the end of the stream I carry with me? If there is nothing, you actually shouldn't even watch me. So if I sometimes just fuck around and waste your time, you should just say, Alex, just do something useful or whatever. You get what I mean? So because I would never... You have to respect your own time, right? I think the value of these streams, like streamers like I am, is that I'm not a streamer. I stream a few times a year, maybe, right? And the value of streams like mine and many others, I'm sure streamers of my scale, is that you and I can have conversations like this. Once you grow to like thousands of viewers, this is over, right? So then the chat just becomes this wall of spam with emojis and stuff. And at that point in time, so for that Vim guy, he would probably be way more useful to people if he wasn't popular, because I'm sure that he has enormous amount of knowledge of programming and stuff, but who the hell can he answer, right? Because there's thousands of people just spamming chat. So what is the actual value for you, right? Probably none. So I'm saying probably when you watch these big guys, there's very little value that you... But always, please, that's why I say I hate to mention others. That's who the fuck am I, right? But ask yourself, like, hey, when I watch that stream, what it is that I get? Entertainment or knowledge or both or none? If you get entertainment, but you came there for knowledge, then you shouldn't be there. If you came for entertainment and you got entertainment, then of course you should be there, right? But, you know, in this small platform we're building, I genuinely wrote this, literally genuinely. Help programmers to use their time more efficiently by providing a platform to connect and learn from each other. Unlike other platforms focused on dopamine-driven engagement, we prioritize stimulating... So I really mean this. I think that everybody should respect their own time. So if you're here and I'm not providing that, you shouldn't be here, right? But if you're also here because of entertainment, you also shouldn't be, because I'm not here to give you entertainment. I'm here to build a platform and to also have fun with you guys. But I'm not going to be cutting my hair or painting it or... doing push-ups or whatever, right? I'm not a clown, right? So, and then that's the beauty of the world, right? Everybody can pick and choose what they like, and you know, a lot of people, a lot of younger individuals, they're fascinated by cool programming languages. Oh, this guy's coding in the latest language, right? I want to watch that. Sure, that's great. Your life and your interests are gonna change year by year. You know, if you're 20 today, in 5 years, you're going to care about vastly different things. When you're 35, you're probably going to have kids and whatever. You're going to... So this is normal, right? And you're going to always have a new influx of people that you can sell whatever you're selling to, right? I'm 36, you know, go to work every day like the rest of you. I have wife and kids, so I don't have the time to clown around, right? I wish that I did, but I don't. So that's how it is. Okay, cool. Okay. Again, please just awesome. Just make sure that I don't like to. I mean, it's just always ask yourself what it is that I want. And I always tell this to people who go to work, to seniors, to tech leads. You don't have to be a junior. Every day when you go to work, try to gain something for yourself. Like, not just programming wise, see how your organization works. What does the sale do? What does the marketing do? What's your CTO talking about? They're like, try to get the most value no matter what you do every day. That's why, for example, when I even go to our little platform that we're building here, right? I always wonder like, hey, why don't you use your real name, right? Because it's like people spend so much time on the internet today. They waste it so badly because they don't use the digital world as an opportunity to make contacts, to network, to expose themselves in a good way, etc. It's like I never could understand it. I'm not suggesting that you need to tell me what your phone number is and where you live, but it's like I think it's time that the humanity understands that your physical interaction in the world, I almost use the real world, but it's like your interactions online and offline shouldn't also almost matter, right? So if you're using LinkedIn, if you're using any platform, whatever, of course you should have your real name, man. Like, what is the value for you if you don't? Like, you should try to build. I cannot emphasize enough importance of networking in life. If you're not networking in life, you're gonna have really tough time. But privacy issues, where, man? What type of privacy issues? What are you scared of, right? This is like it's I don't get it, right? Like, you should be using your identity whenever you can, because that way you can also expose yourself. Of course, if you're trolling on the internet, if you're insulting, not really, man. Come on. I mean, nobody is gonna come to GitHub and look. Nah, no, sorry. It doesn't work like that. No. I think you should use your time and value your time and spend your time trying to build network. And I unfortunately, nerds are not the most social beings. I get that. But ironically, we are all spending so much time on the internet, and that most of the time goes to shit. Like you go through these interactions without anyone knowing who you are. So it's I don't know, think about it. I'm not suggesting this is a fact and you have to accept it, otherwise no, absolutely not. I'm providing an alternative way of thinking here, right? So I'm not saying maybe tomorrow I'm gonna come back and say actually what I said yesterday is wrong. It's just ask yourself, what are you doing on the internet? What are your online activities every day that benefit you, right? So how are you coming out of these conversations as a winner, right? Are you making connections? Are you adding people to your LinkedIn? Are you connecting with people? Are you putting effort to build a network that can help you tremendously in your career? Like, there were two people in this stream when I was streaming a little bit more than now that I was literally a reference to because they gained my trust. Both of them got a job literally because of that reference. But they were literally like trying to get me to do that. Oh, let me add you to LinkedIn. Oh, Alex, what about this? So that's what I'm talking about. There's so many of you here who should be hanging out with each other and getting to know each other, and you don't do that. Shit, man, like, there's another one. So something's definitely wrong. We're having an issue for sure. Give me 1 second. So there's another report. Hi, Alex. You're not disrupting me, man. Thank you very much for writing this. Let me know I'm stuck in a complete programming network. It says to me that something went wrong and I... Oh my god, Phil is here. Phil, man, good to see you, man. Thank you for still sticking around, man. yeah, we're gonna do a lot of infrastructure in the next couple of streams, so hopefully it's gonna be something more that you care about, man. Kouros, which browser are you using? Actually, do I have Firefox installed? Let's try Firefox. This seems to me that it's some sort of a... So much work today, yeah. Crispy, thank you, man. Thank you. Cassie, the course for Udemy is coming, so... Okay, Firefox. Okay, good. Listen. This is very good, guys. Both of them had the issue on Firefox. So let's give that a shot. Thank you, guys. Yes. Okay, let's fix this one. This is so important, man, because... Yeah, bear with me, please. I'm doing this locally just so we can... So let's see the ad, man. It's a little bit tragic because I've seen a lot of incomplete accounts and now it seems to make sense, right? Okay, bear with me. Let's do this. What? What happened? Oh, no. Come on, man. Ah. I need to test it end to end like this because there's no other way, right? Localhost. Come on, man. Localhost 3001. There we go. What? Why use Axios? I'll get you. Why use Axios? Why wouldn't I use Axios? I mean, let's reverse that question. Why wouldn't I use Axios? I mean, actually, I think the question is, I think as an engineer, you should be providing the why yourself, not me. So why wouldn't I use Axios? Why do I care about other libraries? That's not the response, man. That's a very... This is exactly what I'm often talking about in my streams. The way that you formulated your question and then the response you gave is tragically low quality. I'm sorry for that, Andre. I'm not here to put you down, but your response is so meaningless. It means absolutely nothing, and you should understand that. Why you're not using Axios? Then I ask you, why shouldn't I use Axios? And then you're like, well, there's another library for it. Seriously, man. That you cannot give a response like that. That's not serious enough. That is not an engineering response, dude. You cannot respond with like there's another library. That's not a response. I mean, like, what does that even mean? But you have to literally provide reasoning, not me. You are asking the question. You have to convince me why I wouldn't use it, not the other way around. You cannot turn this. I hope that when you go to your team at work and you suggest something, you need to provide reasoning and the value why not the other way around. Like, let me suggest you something and the rest of you tell me why not. It doesn't work like that, man. So you need to convince me why, not the other way around. I'm not suggesting anything. I'm already using Axios. So I'm already using it. I'm asking him, why shouldn't I use it? I'm not suggesting anything. I'm already using it. Yeah, but again, it doesn't work like that, man. You formulated the question, why are you using Axios in 2025? You came up with that question. I never mentioned Axios. And I'm asking you why not? And your response is there's another library. And I'm saying that response is not a valid response. Because what does it even mean there's another library? Why would I use another library? What's wrong with Axios? And you need to now provide reasoning. That's not how technical discussions work, right? And the library that you suggest doesn't. It has no size, right? Shit. So there is something in Firefox. But fetch is not standardized across the browsers, Andre, right? So fetch is out of the question, right? So number one, there's that, right? Another thing is that fetch simply is low level sufficiently that I don't want to work with, right? Axios, on the other hand, is like jQuery of JavaScript, right? For HTTP requests. You also have interceptors. There's a bunch of things that I like having there. But that's beside the point now, right? That doesn't even matter, right? Because that isn't the discussion. I'm just saying the way that you formulated the question is just, and the response you gave, and then you went back and you started talking about, yeah, camera seems to be frozen, yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Wait, let me use another camera. Well, I mean date that absolutely makes no sense. I'm sorry, man. Let me just fix this, and then we're gonna discuss it. Give me a second. Give me a moment. I don't think that you actually understand what I'm talking about. Give me a second. Let me just fix this. I need to use another camera. 1 sec. And then we can discuss that. Video capture device. HD camera. Shit. It's a different camera now. Completely different camera. Okay. So the reason why what you're saying doesn't make any sense is that it's very simple. I'm going to repeat it again. If you come to me and you say, why are you using X in 2025? You're not adding anything substantial to the conversation, which is technical. Instead of formulating the question, why are you using Axios in 2025, you could say, did you know that instead of using Axios, which adds 39 kilobytes of whatever, you could have used this and this and this, and it has the same features, blah, 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 blah. So I hope that you understand that the technical decisions, if you are suggesting something, have to start with you saying why, not me explaining why I'm using it. So if you say you should use X over Y, you have to say why I should use X over Y, not me falling back and telling you why I'm using something, because that makes absolutely no sense. Why would I do that? Like, wait, so you now ask me, why are you using React? Why are you using Postgres? Do I have to, like, what is your suggestion? You're opening up a remark by saying nothing of substance at all, right? But it's literally doesn't matter what position I have. I don't think you understand, right? Literally, it doesn't make any, like, it's irrelevant what I think. We're not talking about that. We're talking about if you come and suggest something to someone, you have to provide value, not me defending whatever it is, right? So this is fundamental logic. If I tell you you should do X, I have to explain, I have to convince you, not other way around, right? So this is basic critical thinking, right? So if you come to me and formulate a sentence such as, why are you using Axios in 2025? And I ask you why not? Well, first, your formulation is shitty because you should have opened up with more pragmatic and more engineering way of saying things. But then when I say why not, you have to then elaborate because I remind you, hey man, you are the one suggesting something. So you need to provide, right? It's like, imagine a salesperson coming to it makes no sense, man. It's literally illogical. I mean, this is literally how technical discussions are led in any serious organization. You want your team to embrace a new tool. It can be a library, a productivity tool, whatever. You have to convince your team why, right? What is the best way to scrape a website using Lambda and not get IP blocked? Yeah, that's... I mean, proxies for sure, that's one. Maybe dynamic IP, not smart much, right? And keep in mind, it's not even about Axios. Fuck that subject. Because you can ask these types of questions, which are, in my opinion, very idiotic, right? It's like going to Facebook now and asking Facebook, why are you using Axios, right? Literally, you can go to Programmer Network now or any other project on Earth, and you can ask million questions. You can go to a WordPress site and say, why WordPress in 2025? Why Bootstrap, right? I mean, these questions make no sense. Why? Because the project has been built sufficiently long enough where I can't update every fucking library every 3 days when it comes out, right? I mean, these questions cannot be asked like this. They're plain dumb from the very beginning, right? And if you do formulate such questions, right, you have to do it, not me, right? So it's just ridiculous, right? It doesn't exactly. I mean, we're just talking about how technical discussions are led. Fuck Axios or any of the libraries. It doesn't really matter, right? I could have also said none of your business, right? But if you want to, we're talking about the basic skill, one of the most core human skills, especially as you grow in your career, is influencing others. If you want to influence others with your ideas, and your ideas are good, you have to be capable of selling your ideas to others. At one point in time in your career, you become a salesman as a programmer. If you become a staff engineer, a tech lead, and when I go to my team as a tech lead, I can't just say, why are we using this? Because my team would look at me like I'm an idiot. It's like, what do you mean why? Right? What does that even mean? Why are we using this, right? Like, what next year is going to be, why are you using X in 2026? The same library that he suggested should be. So you don't influence and win discussions by formulating your questions like without substance. That's the point. So if you want to get something out of this conversation, is like, if you, person X, have a suggestion and you want to affect change, you have to sell something that others will buy. Others will not come to you as a salesman and say, please sell this to me. Please, I just want to buy it from you. Sell it to me. That's not how sales works. It doesn't make sense. When you go to buy a car, you're not begging a salesman to sell you the car. He has to do it, right? So it's just a freaking common sense. Okay, cool. Give me 1 second because this is a different camera. The other camera stopped. I don't know why. And by the way, we had a sub. Thank you very much, Cute Graval. Thank you very much for the sub. Appreciate that. All right, cool. Where is it? Oh shit, it's a different camera. Hopefully I'm as pretty as I was a minute ago. Okay, so one thing that I realized, fellas, is that there's something for sure wrong with Firefox, and we need to go through this. So let's do that. So there's definitely something wrong with Firefox. I don't know, you need to, again, there's absolutely no ego, man. There's literally no ego here at all. Zero. I expect from myself when I answer questions to give reasonable answers, or I don't answer them, or if I counter argument something or I want to sell the idea, I do my absolute best to elaborate that. So the way that you have understood it, you either understood it because you wanted to understand it that way, maybe you did feel about my presentation something that's also fine. But there's no, I don't care about your emotions, if I may say this. I'm sorry. I don't care how you feel. This is not about feeling. This is about, if you go to AI now, if you go to ChatGPT and ask a stupid question, the ChatGPT is going to give you stupid answer, because based on the context you provide, you're going to get the same result. That's how humans work as well. If you ask a stupid question, right, you're going to get a stupid answer. So this is the whole point of the conversation. It's not about the library. It's not about anything. It's about literally basic skills of communication. That's really all. All right. Anyway, that's just how it is. Okay, let's go and try to fix this crap. Tiring conversations. Okay, front end. Let's find this. Actually, there's a more important one, right? And I really want us to fix that. That's the problem, because it seems there's some sort of Firefox issue somewhere that has been a problem most likely for a very long time. So let's see what we have here. No, I don't think it is, no. I mean, Internet Explorer is dead already, so who cares? Major versions of Firefox, Chrome, you could say, maybe. Actually, this is probably some new API, I don't know. But let me just try to fix... Exactly. Okay, let's just try to fix this, because I'm super... Jedrek, good evening, Jedrek. Okay, so what we do basically when I paste this link, right? We set the form state, we delete the URL parameters, and then we set the search parameters, right? And then I have I guess a custom hook that I wrote very long ago at some time. Did I, or is this some? Okay, so use search params. Set search params. And why are we doing this? Like, why am I doing this at all? I mean, we just need to clear them, right? And that's all. Okay, so I think this is probably some issue in Firefox, I suppose. Give me 1 second. That's a very interesting question. I have an opinion on that. But just give me a moment. I'm almost sure, right? And this is most in Firefox, that there's something that... wait. Give me a moment. So at this moment on, everything's fine, right? shit, man, a debugger would be very useful for this project now. A debugger would be awesome. Right? Then if we grab this, let's debug this, right? So once we paste this in the browser, and once I hit the URL, we'll parse the URL parameters, right? So we're gonna get the token, blah blah blah. And then we're gonna do some we're gonna set the form here, could be problematic a bit. Then we're gonna clean the URL, and then we're gonna set the search parameters. The problem with that is that I don't think that we need this. But either way, okay. So if I would hit enter now, a debug point would be great actually. So let's, can I do something like this? What? AI is coming for your job. Shut the fuck up, idiot. Form validate is valid. Set is loading true. AJ validation error. Yeah, so this is all actually cool, right? That's all so crap, man. And also the biggest issue is it's not consistent, right? So that is the biggest problem. Yeah. So how do we reproduce that, guys? How do we reproduce that? That is the hard one. I don't see the tags when what I have is when hitting the complete profile endpoint. Yeah, the user basically the username is null. The username is null until you complete your profile. That is basically I've purposely done that, right? Because you really have two choices. You can either return 401 or 403, or you can return a payload such as that where you're just reacting to the user being null, right? I mean, the thing is, the reason why we don't need a dependency in here, right, is because we do want this to only run once, right? And we want this to run once when we actually hit this endpoint, right? So when we hit this endpoint, we're gonna carry these dependencies, right? Let's actually print them here, right? So we don't want this to run, right? So if we print this and we hit enter, let me just read some. I don't see the Let's actually take a look at that. So if we go to actually, no. So if we go to the API, right, and find the update user, this is what we have, right? So let's go through it together. Let's debug it. We get the logged in user. If the user doesn't exist, we return 404. Sorry, we return the error. If the username is not set up, basically this is when you haven't completed your profile. And then has username set. So if you don't have a username set, I do some validation. If the username exists, I respond with the user with the given username already exists, right? And then if we pass to this point, what we do the update of the user, we destroy the current user tags, and then we update the tags. So the tags that you select in that input, right? We loop through them, and then for every, we have this junction table user tags, right? It's basically it's a junction table. So between the user tag and the tag user ID and the tag ID, this is how I know which users are following which tag, right? Then here I do some filtering, so we don't want to select any sensitive fields like passwords and stuff like that. So we get that, we update the cache, we update the Redis cache, we commit the transaction. And then we need to sign a new token, right? So we need to update the JSON Web Token JVT, right, with the new details, right? And as you can see, we really only sign an ID and a username, right? So if you parse the JSON Web Token in a jvt.io, whatever, you're going to see that it really has only two fields, the ID and the username, right? And then we respond with this, and then we respond also with the tags. And honestly, that's the problem. It's very like, I don't see that. Let me just do it again end to end. So okay, so we go right, and we do whatever, we try to parse the token. So the confirm email token, then we get here, all good so far, right? Continue, create a profile, blah, blah, blah. Select some interests. I don't want to share my personal identifiable data. Complete profile. XHR, users. So I genuinely don't understand how you guys get into that state. I don't get how you get into that state. Same with a lot of tags. Potential raise condition. And also I don't see actually an email here. That's interesting. And if you refresh, right? So there's definitely something fishy here, for sure. There's definitely something fishy, and actually if we take a look at this, it's most likely here, right? So let's take a look at the schemas. So we have the update user. So let's take a look at my JSON Web, another JSON validator schema. So what do we have? So when we update the user, let's actually take a look at our Swagger, right? I think that should give us a little bit more context. Where's my Swagger? Okay, let's take a look at the Swagger. Let's go to user. And then over here somewhere, we're gonna have put, I suppose. Yeah. Yeah, here it is. So these are the things that we can actually update. And this is the response we get, right? And as you can see, we get the... Actually, 1 second and getting to that question, I promise. Just give me a moment. So we can see that the response schema is actually correct. So we do, of course, we don't return any sensitive data like passwords, whatever. Here we have the tags, which is an array of integers, array of numbers. So that's correct. let's give it to the AI, because I wrote this very long ago, before this AI crap. Can you review that? I don't think it's a transaction or anything like that, because we would have seen it. I don't think it's a race condition either, because we would see some error. But the only race condition that I could see, in fact, would be here. So the function properly uses transactions, which is good for the data consistency. Username validation could be improved. Currently, it only checks for reserved keywords and existing username when the user hasn't set username before. This means user could potentially change their username to a reserved keyword after initial setting up. Yeah, let's see. I mean, it's interesting to debug it together, for sure. I mean, but the AI really didn't do much, right? It just added another if statement, right? But that's the problem. So I don't think so. I mean, right here we're saying, hey, so we update the user, fine. No. Actually, I built a library for this. I built an awesome open source library, so it's not that 100%. Nothing to do with validation. I built a library for this project for my own validation, right? So I'm very. This is I fully tested this thing. This is the library that I wrote, so it's not that. Nothing to do with the front end. So 100%. So definitely not that. It's something else. And it only seems to be an issue in Firefox, which I also don't think is the case. Maybe it was just random. And I'm going to read that question in a moment. So I destroy all the tags except the uncategorized one. And then we recreate them. We go to the bodies. Ooh. Yeah, but we are inside of a loop, right? Is this actually no, this should be correct. Is this implementation correct, considering a map and async? Oh, wait, let's see. No, please do. Please keep on doing that. Let's actually see. So what do we have? Bulk create. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. Let's take a look. Sequelize JS bulk create. Yeah, okay. I don't remember this, man. I don't remember all of these details. Impossible. I mean, if AI can't find anything to suggest, then, I mean, let's just say that I've done it well, right? So if the freaking AI is like, yeah, man, that's all great, then, you know, yeah, right? Okay. But yeah, let's suffer a little bit more. I mean, let's suffer a little bit more. I'm okay with that, suffering, because I really think that this is a very, very inconvenient thing, right? Yeah. All right, cool. Then we get this fella over here. Yeah, so you saw that, right? So there was, well, so first that was wrong, right? So that this seems to be another bug. What? And I assume that at this point I maybe even generated, did we generate a cookie? Yeah, we did, man. Wow, okay. Cassie, man, I love you, dude. Thank you very much for coming. Genuinely, and especially staying this long. I'm gonna try to fix this one and also round up soon, because it's a very interesting one. I'm a little bit fascinated by this. Drink water. Thank you very much. I will. 1 second. But Cassie, man, thank you very much, man. Have a good one. Okay. So is it wine now? I don't drink alcohol, man. But I just don't like it. Man, okay, this is a fatal bug. It's terrible bug. Absolutely terrible bug. Okay. Jesus, man. Okay, thank you. That's great. That's good to know. So there's definitely something here. And then there's something... Wait. Let's use a little bit of AI. Should be using it more, not less. So interesting. Let's read. I need to be careful here. Are you using ChatGPT? Right now I'm using whatever Cursor is using. I believe it's Sonnet or whatever. But I use all of them. I don't care. They're all doing a great job. All right. Let's see what it actually did. Yeah, exactly. I know. Yeah, here it is. I remember that I saw it somewhere. Yeah. Thanks. We're gonna fix that. We have to fix that. It's really depressing, actually. It's really depressing, I must say. I didn't actually. Yeah, I mean, this is really bad. I don't know how to express it, actually. This should have never really happened, right? And this has been there for such a long time, and which means that the fact that so many users who genuinely try to sign up, right? Really, really, really bad. Yeah, absolutely terrible. Should have never happened, and I don't know how I didn't catch it. I found DeepSeek better than, yeah. I mean, honestly, I find them all. I find them all amazing, right? I don't have a. I don't have a. Oh fuck! I'm using. Why am I using Chrome? Where's my Firefox? Here, right? No, man. Thank you very much, dude. Thank you so much. Again, I'm very grateful that you reported this, because I know that it's. I mean, I would have probably fixed this long ago if once you said it. If it's, I'm not streaming because I'm talking to you guys a lot, but I'm sure this is something very, very dumb. There's also one thing that I saw, which is a very shitty transition. So before we actually went to, so I really need to also take a look at that. Give me a second. Let me just restart. So what I've also noticed is that is the state transition from when you actually click on validate email in your actual email, because you're gonna get this link in an email, right, in production. I just have it here locally so I can test end to end. There's also that very kind of crappy transition once you kind of, so you get to this page, we show something for a little while, and then we redirect. Let me show you. And now it failed again. Now it failed again. All right, let me do one thing. Let me do one thing just so we can speed this thing up a little bit, because this is not the greatest way to debug. What I'm gonna do, because we need this token, what I'm actually going to do, I'll, no, that's not what I want. Development database. What? Password authentication failed for app. Really? All right, never mind. But I wanted to, give me 1 second. Ah, that's the frozen camera. Can it be related to usage of suspense? No, I don't think so. No, not really. No. But I think I don't think so. No. This all seems fine, right? If sign up success, whatever, right? Okay, but there's one thing that we can assume, right? So bear with me, right? So look, so let's actually draw this. I think this is a silly thing, very simple thing, but a silly one. Look, so this is how it is, right? You, let's just do it like this. You click on a verification button in your email, right? So this is what happens. You click on a button. We send you to this page. Give me 1 second. We send you to this page, and then we append some. My API appends some URL parameter, like token is whatever 1, 2, 3, right? Okay, so far so good. And then when we get in here, right? Let me just, Miss Pixie, good evening, shout out to you, if I remembered how to do that. Yes, good evening, thank you very much. Let me just finish a thought. So, right, so we're gonna clean the URL parameters, and now it's very interesting, right? So let me show you what happens now. So at this point in time, we're gonna clear the URL right here, and this URL is gonna be naked. So we're gonna be essentially on the sign up. But if we go to the app, we have this complete profile, right? And if we actually search for that a little bit, and then we have this guy, right? And this guy is gonna say, hey, the user is now authenticated, because at the moment in shit, man. Okay. Right. So at this point in time, you're authenticated, because you validated your email, but you haven't finalized your profile creation, right? And that's what happens in here. Then we say, hey, well, because this is true, we now need to send you here. And this happens in the custom route. Yeah, there's shit tons of stuff we need to move here. So first we have this, and this is just our way to protect ourselves against the users who are logged in, but they haven't completed their profile, and that's fine. And most likely we have the home there. The biggest problem seems to be, so there seems to be a problem that we're too secure almost in a way, but in a bad way, right? Because here, I don't think we should be doing this here. That's the problem. So right now, I generate that link somewhere, right? Which is this one. So let's actually just once more. I think I got it. So if I get rid of this, if I get rid of the cookie JSON Web Token here very quickly. So we create account, great, we show this crap, okay? But confirm email, why do I have this crap here? That makes no sense because this is sending us to confirm email, right? Yeah. So yeah, this shouldn't even be here. What the fuck is this? Okay. Here we try to get the token from the URL. This token here, right? Yes. If there's no token, we're like, yeah, no token, man. Just get the fuck off to the main page. If there is a token, we hit our API, and our API is like, yeah, I would like to confirm my email, right? If we actually go to that endpoint in the API, whatever, I don't know how it's, yeah, here, confirm email, what it does, gets the token, checks for the user, validates the token and stuff, sends an email, token expired, we do some validation, we save the user, and then we set a new cookie, new JSON Web cookie in the browser. That's correct. We sign the user. Shit. Give me a second, one moment. Let me just put on some music. Right, okay, so this could be problematic. Okay, let's keep on going. So that's good. So it has nothing to do with this. So confirm email, here we dispatch a tank, right? So we have user confirm email. If we go to our RTX Redux store, if we actually search for confirm email, no, over here, let's see what we do. Is email confirming? Email is confirmed, is authenticated true. Ooh, okay. But shouldn't we also set the user here, right? Because if we take a look at our Redux store, this crab doesn't return anything, right? And at this point in time, we're gonna log the user in. But I suspect that when we do that, what actually happens, I also call the, maybe that is the concurrency issue, right? Because, so when this happens, we log you in, but instead of returning the user and all the necessary data from here, we also gonna do /me, right? And what if we call /me before this operation? Actually, no, that's impossible. That cannot happen. But either way, okay. I think I'm getting somewhere. Okay, cool. Okay, going back here. So invalid token provided, token expired. All of that is good. That's pretty solid there. Complete, and then send you to, if not authenticated, return. Otherwise, send the user to complete profile. Yes. All right, and let me now check one thing. Let's actually go to Firefox. Yeah. Let's see what happens once we hit this crap. And at me at this point is null. That's fine because you haven't completed it yet. We get the tags. Yeah, so... Shit, man. What framework? I'm just using React. I mean, for the UI, if that's what you mean. User HTTP service, confirm email. That's all correct. That's all great. That is all good. Then we fetch this stuff. In the UI, I'm just using array. What do you mean just? Can you elaborate on that? When you say what just, this is not a monolithic hell. Like if you're asking, am I using something like Next.js or whatever? The answer is absolutely not. No. I have escaped these monolith hells 20 years ago, and I have no intention going back there. So the problem also could be this, right? We send the user to confirm email. Yeah, so this could also be, then we check some authentication related stuff in here. And then we also check it in here, right? Attempt to complete profile. But we know, I mean, I'm actually asking this question, but based on the current logic, we actually know that we will always be logged in this context, right? Because we have the custom route that's wrapping this guy, and in here we're always saying, hey, you know what? If you're not authenticated, if you're authenticated, but are we actually in it? No, never mind. So we're only asking if the user is actually authenticated. But this could be the problem. I think this could literally be the problem. I think this is the problem. I think this is the concurrency type of issue. I think we found it, right? Think about it this way. Bear with me and then tell me if I'm thinking this. Be my rubber duck, right? Look at this. We have confirm email, right? Which is But no, not really, because concurrency-wise, like, we will never be logged in before the confirm email happens, right? So technically, no. I mean, you cannot be authenticated. So if you're authenticated and you don't have a username, that means that the confirm email has fired properly, for sure, right? Otherwise, you don't have you haven't confirmed it yet. So that is fine. Morris, thank you very much, man. I appreciate you being here, dude. Thanks a lot. Very nice discussions, man. Thanks for sticking around. I appreciate that. Yeah, it could be. Let's see. But I'm a little bit fascinated by the issue. That's which also makes it really fun. Is if it's confirming email, we show the spinner, and then we shoot the user to. Yeah. And this is actually never going to happen, really, right? So if it's confirming an email, yeah, right. I mean, technically, this is also a state that we shouldn't be showing, right? Because you can see, if it's confirming an email, we want to show a spinner, and if it's not confirming an email, that means that you're technically authenticated, so already, right? So I don't think that I think here we can literally just we could literally just return null, right? From here. To not see that flashy thing. And then but actually, no, we have these errors that potentially could happen, right? So actually, no, so that's fine. Crap, man, so crazy. Okay, wait, let me restart the API, and then let me just try a couple of more times. So we go over here. Let's actually do one thing. Let's go to debugger. Let's set that XHR breakpoint, and let's say we want to break when there's confirm email as part of the URL, right? Okay, so we're gonna break there, and so far should work fine. Yeah, we all good. We got in development we got this URL back that we can go to. Now once I call this, we should actually break over here, right? Okay. And I don't have Redux DevTools here. I mean, we could technically do this in Chrome. So we can see the URL hasn't been cleared yet. You have either already confirmed your email or this account doesn't exist. So it seems to be that potentially that something in here runs multiple times. Hard to believe that, but let's also ask, can you review this component and check if there are some concurrency issues or effects running? Let's just Cedric, my friend, yes. Yeah, but I think we have to unwrap there. What? Okay, what the hell did it do? Let's see. Actually, this is technically true. Yeah, we need to wait for this to happen. Fuck, man. Could it be that? Yeah, but I have disabled that locally here, yeah. I mean, why did it do this? Okay, let's see now, right? So let's go to the debugger. Let's remove this breakpoint. I don't know honestly what even Superbase is. I guess it's this. But why? I mean, yeah, I know exactly. No. I don't want to use any third-party service for this. Has nothing to do with authentication. This has to do with other things, right? Authentication flawlessly works, right? And it's free, and I implemented it from scratch, and I'm not coupled to any third-party service, which was the whole point of it, right? I could have used right, but no, because it's very like when you say it's strange that you're not using Superbase, right? You need to consider whys, right? First, this is not a free product. I'm trying to build a platform that's going to be self-sustained one day, maybe, right? Cedric and I are doing that. So that means that the COGS, the cost of goods sold, has to be absolutely marginally minimal, right? So in theory, or actually in practice as well, you could say, well, we can use so many things. I actually didn't have to use anything that I'm using now. I could have just used I could have found an alternative for every single thing that I've built, right? But why would I need that? Why would I need a simplified backend? I don't understand. I'm building a social platform. Why would I need that? I mean, if you can elaborate a little bit more. It's greatly simplified backend. Why do I need a greatly simplified backend? What for? How is the social platform different from like having? Well, I mean, if people thought that way, Kerolis, right? Then no other platform on the planet would ever exist beyond MySpace, right? Why did we need Facebook, then Twitter, then Reddit, then I don't follow the question, right? Why did we need Discord? We had Mirts, IRC like 40 years ago, right? So why do we need anything? I mean, you can ask that question about every single product on earth. Why do we need TikTok, right? I mean, we had YouTube before that, so I don't follow. Yeah, but I don't understand what is Chris, I read your message, but your responses are very vague. I don't know what a fantastic API is, right? I'm not a product manager. I've been a software developer for 20 years. What is that thing solving for me? That's what I'm asking, right? Because you are kind of using a little bit vague terminology. It has a fantastic API. I don't know what that means, right? My API is absolutely fantastic as well. So I don't know exactly what you mean by that. My APIs is absolutely fantastic as well. So you need to tell me a little bit more, right? I don't understand the terminology because I don't use such terminology when it comes to programming, like fantastic, good, bad. I don't know what that means. Doesn't convey much to me, right? Okay, so you can see what actually happened. So this is probably what's happening to a bunch of people, right? Humankind has been rebuilding the same crap for decades, right? Is this yet another platform? Absolutely. Has there been the same questions raised about every other platform before this one or future ones? Absolutely, right? So all of us, you have two types of people. You have people in 18 professional years of my career. I've met two types of people. You have people who just complain and point things and reasons why something isn't going to work. And then you have people who are actually building things, right? And people who are building things, they fail many times, if you can even use that word, because it's never a failure, it's always a learning process. And eventually they sometimes, not always, build something, right? So you can either always sit at your home and find reasons why not to do something, or you can just have fun, build some stream like this, talk to great people like you guys, and who knows, right? I'm doing this for fun. I'm not investing my money or, my family or anything into this. But typically it's two types of people. People who complain and people who are actually building things, right? I like to be one of those who are building things, right? Exactly, right? So try to be the person rather who does things, because it's easy to complain, it's easy to point things. I'm sure that many of you are looking at this stream now and thinking, like that guy, why are you using Axios, right? Some of these things are absolutely ridiculous, right? To even ask, right? Why are you using anything, right? Why are you doing this like this? Well, what are you building yourself? Because it's so easy to point things out. Oh, if I was doing this, I would do it like this. Well, why are you not doing it then, right? That is the ultimate question. Why are you not doing it? Why to breed? Hey, Dimitrovich, exactly, right? Why are you not? If I was doing this, I would do it completely different. So you can see for some reason, we're essentially calling this multiple times, right? And that is the problem. We can both build, but what is the point of complaints? What are these complaints essentially providing, right? That is, I don't disagree, Andrew, with you, but it's just complaints without substantial. Complaints without solutions are just complaints. Anyone on this earth can complain. I can point out 7 billion things that are wrong with the planet, right? But what is the point of that, right? What does it solve? So that is the problem, right? Anyone can complain. That is easy. Yeah, you should definitely. That's what we're fixing now. This is a fatal bug we have, right? It's quite actually. It's very depressing even. The thing is, it's something here for sure, right? And the problem is that most likely it has to be here, right? We have this thing as well, right? No, look, guys, I mean, absolutely, look, nobody here is sitting and suggesting that I'm gonna build another Facebook, right? I actually don't care, right? I mean, again, as I said a couple of minutes ago, you can either not build anything and just come up with all of these doubts and bullshit and complaints, or you can choose to build something long term and find many reasons to be happy, meet a bunch of people, learn a lot of things. Next time you're gonna do so nobody suggests, nobody knows, right? If people knew what to build, And if they were certain of success, everybody would be a billionaire, right? So it doesn't work like that. It's like it's yeah, I mean, it's just how it is, right? I mean, there's a higher chance that you're gonna at least succeed with something, even if you're building it, than if you're not. That's just common sense. And even if you don't succeed, whatever success might mean in that sense, you're gonna earn so many things, right? Do I like React? I absolutely love React. React is the most dumbest and most simplest library out there. That's why I love it. Absolutely, I do. Yes. I do this, like a couple of hours a month. Is this Next.js? No, it's just, I don't use that. I just use React. Okay, let's try with the robot, because I'm getting a little bit tired here. But let's try with the robot, right? There is some strange concurrency issue. My confirm email dispatch is ran multiple times. You got in. Success. Yeah, but anyway, like, so I'm getting into coding, going to be my first game here soon. Hopefully going to be full on game and not just some waste of time. I'm going to need some sort of database postfit probably. I would say I'm not a game developer, so I will be very careful what I tell you. But I can just tell you that doing game development is probably the... Okay, of course I would need to ask you what your reasoning is, why do you want to build a video game, but keep in mind that building a video game is the longest process of all, and the chances of you succeeding are the lowest of all possible chances, right? So please, this is the best advice I can give you. I don't want to discourage you, it's just, I just want you to be real. Building a video game requires... writing the code of the game is probably the easiest part, but getting everything else around it and actually building a good game is a talent, right? It's a set of creative, critical thinking, whatever. So just before you actually go into that field and you decide to build a game, hopefully you are aware. Like, just know that if you're gonna be fulfilled one day when you have that closure and you say, hey, I always wanted to build a game and now I built it, absolutely go for it. But if you're gonna go into building a game and you think you're gonna make money, the chances of that are almost zero. Alex, is the coding less as you move into higher? Yeah, it is. I mean, I don't code even 30% at work anymore, 40%, right? I work as a tech lead, so I now enable others to be more effective, right? It's just a common sense, because at one point in time when you gain sufficient amount of experience and knowledge and you gain other people's skills, you're better as uplifting others than you being the one doing all the work, right? So absolutely, like, there's really two paths. Once you want to go over senior position, you can be either some sort of a manager, or you can go into being an architect or a staff engineer, whatever. And you have to kind of choose, do you want to code a lot, or do you want to find passion in making others code better and do the things better, etc., right? Yeah, so yes, for sure you code less, but you code less depending where you go, right? Chica, my friend, hey, yeah, I don't like any of these solutions, honestly, but at this point I'm very yeah, okay, anyway, let's try that again. Excuse me, but how much is less? That depends on you, really. I mean, I have days when I only code still, of course, if there's nothing that I need to be in any meetings or whatever, but fundamentally, it depends on the day. You know, for example, Mondays, tomorrow we have OKR meetings, we have management meeting tomorrow every Monday. So tomorrow, most day, I'm not gonna code anything probably. I have grooming sessions in the morning to prepare tasks with my PM for the week. And then I have an OKR meeting. So tomorrow, for example, I'm barely gonna code. Other days from Tuesday to Friday, depends, right? Probably gonna code. Of course, I still code and I still love to code, and it would be silly to say otherwise. But I'm for sure since I started working as a team lead and then a tech lead, that has drastically went down. No question about that. And I'm happy because you know. It's not that I go to work and I'm like, I can't wait to write another React component or another endpoint. That is so fascinating. It's not, right? There's nothing fascinating about it at all, right? Jesus fucking Christ, man. Yeah, I can't wait to write another React component today at work. What can be more fun in my life, right? Like, no, nah, yeah, ooh, you know, nah, no, thanks, but I'm good. Can't wait to write these React components. Is that like that emoting thing? What? No, I don't know, man. I just find it fun, to be honest. There's no reason. I might not stream for another 2 weeks. Who knows, right? You know by now, Big Blaster, that I just do this whenever I feel like. So, to be very frank with you, I have no specific reason. I just enjoy. I mean, there's a bunch of interesting discussions today. Some a little bit heated up ones, and I'm sorry for that if anyone felt offended. Clearly not my intention, but I don't change at least my stance based on just saying something so somebody agrees with me or not, right? But besides that, I think it's yeah, I just, there's no rules. I might stream in a month from now, next time, who knows? It's just I just enjoy doing it now. I don't know. I had a pretty relaxing weekend with my wife and kids, so yeah, I'm using SendGrid. Yes, I'm using SendGrid. So this is all correct, and then this is a little bit improved. Yeah, it is. It's SendGrid for sure. Absolutely, yes. I should just put this in an env somewhere, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, I mean, yeah, whatever. Let's give it a shot again. It's also never mind. Wait, I think my API was restarting, right? Yeah, so this, I mean, yeah. I'm so grateful that some of you have reported this bug, because tragically, maybe this was a place where some real end-to-end test would have been useful, right? Are fundamental development of tools like Git, Node not more problem solving than, for example, creating a CRUD app? Not more problem solving than, for example, creating a CRUD. I don't actually understand that question. What do you mean? What are you suggesting? I don't actually know. I'm building a product here. Why would I be working with V8? I don't actually understand. What is your point? It's like, I mean, isn't it more fulfilling to go to moon than work in a bakery? Like, what type of question is that? I genuinely don't get it. Like, what are you trying to say? Like, should we all just stop building products and work on fucking V8? Is that what you're saying? I have absolutely zero understanding of your question. I mean, sorry, I mean, yeah, you get what I mean. It's like, yeah, let's all just stop living lives and do just things that, you know, whatever. Let's just invent new electricity and new equations in math, right? Because isn't that more complex, right? I mean, right? I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, dude. Sorry. I guess it's 4 hours of streaming, so it's I see. Pretty much all of it besides riches is that way. Where is it? I'm sorry, man. I mean, I am an asshole, but not in this way. It's just yeah. So actually, it's not a really success, right? It's not a success, but actually, let me check one thing. Do I have this fucking man thing? Yeah. Wait, give me a moment. We might have fixed it, sure, but I don't think so. So we do have a strict mode, right? We have a strict mode, which... okay. Aqua, thank you very much, man, for being here. Good night to you as well, dude. I'll see you another time when I stream. Okay, yeah, we could deploy some of this. Let's actually see what we've done. So I've done something here. Okay, bear with me here. Let me just try one more thing here. I think we're probably at a better place where we were a few minutes ago. So what I'm gonna do now... But I see one problem. I see one problem though, and that's not very good. Let me show you what. Because what I saw now... So look at this now. This shouldn't even be possible, right? Okay, so well, now it's correct. So yeah, you have already confirmed. Okay, so that's good. So we call it once. Okay, so this now seems to be really just one thing that I want to try. Let's remove the strict mode. Give me 1 second. I think my wife is saying something. Give me a moment. 1 moment. Oh shit, my camera doesn't work. Okay, give me a second. This other one's okay, guys. I need to unfortunately leave you because my son, who is a little bit sick, wants me there. So yeah, a little bit of a sudden leave. But my wife is saying, "Hey, Alex, you know, Nikolai wants you to come." So yeah, but what can I say? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much for being here. As you can see, I'm on a different camera. My other camera just stopped working during the stream. So yeah, he's gonna be fine. He's there in the living room now. My wife moved him. So yeah. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you. I really enjoyed it. Very nice, interesting discussions. I hope you guys learned something. I certainly did from many of you. So thank you very much again. And I'll see you guys soon. Outplay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, everybody, again. And good night. I'll see you guys another time, okay? Peace out, everybody. Be well.